You're listening to Portland, Oregon's own Nameless Gamers PDX podcast.
Headshot.
We sit around and talk about games while drinking the finest microbrews in the Pacific Northwest. Search for us on Facebook or reach us on Twitter at iLaggedOut. Send us an email to namelessgamerspdx@gmail.com or head over to our website, namelessgamerspdx.com. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hey, thanks for joining us once again here on the NGPDX
Podcast.
Nameless Gamers PDX podcast.
That's us.
That's us.
Hey, everybody.
Yo.
It is a
Hola.
hot day
What
here
jungles,
in
though?
Ben's
It's
garage.
Feckin' warm.
Friday we clocked at what, 93?
Yeah,
in
roughly.
here, roughly in the garage.
Well, that's the surface temperature things in
Outside.
this domicile.
It's up there. I guess maybe by Monday it's supposed to get a little hotter. Last I heard, but
Sunday's supposed to be, we're possibly pushing triple digits.
Yeah, I keep hearing between 95 and 100, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
So
fun.
sure if you
right?
like that.
I don't.
such good times.
I don't.
Such good times. But here we are once again in the studio. This is me, Scott. I'm followed here with Tony.
Yes, hello.
Randy's here this time.
I made it.
Yay.
And me.
Ben. This guy. And then Jessica's here.
I am here.
You are here.
Full house tonight.
Yay.
Full crew. Thanks once again for joining us. We are on Nameless Gamers PDX.com on Facebook. On Twitter, we're at iLaggedOut. Drop by if you like us, want to listen to us a little more.
Hit that
we are
like
on
button.
Spreaker,
Yes.
Spreaker.
and Spotify. We
Yes.
just got dropped on Spotify. Randy's telling us here.
Yeah.
They
Don't
seem
forget
to like
about
us
that
there,
old
too.
iTunes.
What you wanna
if you're
do.
on them apples.
Yeah, we're
Is
still
you
on
want,
the iTunes.
Listen, there's another little tip I have for you, okay?
All right.
What you want to do is if you're an Android user, Google just launched an app called, I think it's called Google Podcasts.
What?
So it's a lot like the iTunes app
Yeah.
on your Apple phone. But what you can do is you can go to Google Podcasts, and you can download that, and you can just search for Nameless Gamers PDX, and voila. And you can set that
Ooh.
up as like a shortcut on your phone. Actually have
Nice.
us as a shortcut on there.
Yeah.
And it just
Because
shows.
we've been on that old Google Play for a while now. So
Yeah, but see, it just shows you on there. So
nice. And it'll give you our little logo and
yeah.
everything.
So if you want to do that, that's a new way to do it because
Yeah.
we're and we're on Spotify, like you
That
mentioned.
seems
That's a
even
big one.
easier.
So if you're on Spotify, click on the podcasts category, and then search for Nameless Gamers PDX. We'll be in there. So there's that.
Nice. Don't forget, we got a new website. Randy spent hours of laborious time putting this up. It's a little easier. It is just ngpdxcast.com.
Yep.
That's a little easier to say.
Then
little
Nameless
quicker.
Gamers.
Nameless Gamers
PDX.com.
It's a little longer, so we
Yeah.
shortened it up.
NGPDX Cast. Go there.
Yeah.
Not the old one.
Yeah. If you like us, hit that like button. Hit a subscribe if you like. If you really like what you hear, we're also on Patreon if you want to support us. It's what is that, Tony? What is that?
It's www.patreon.com/iLaggedOut.
There we go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
We're
off.
there. We're there. So what we got in the store, we got a little bit more, I think, than last time. We got the question of the week.
Right,
Or the
right.
question of the episode. We're going to find out what everybody wants to hopefully be stranded on a desert island, a magical
Sure.
desert
Yeah.
island.
Where you have
got
power.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. You
Do
got,
it, so
hold on.
yeah.
Power
okay.
and
Hold
Wi-Fi.
on.
Well,
Hold on.
We'll answer some.
We'll
straighten some
get to
things
the
out before we get
question.
there. Okay.
Tony's going to hit us up with some news.
Yep.
What's been going on in July 2018.
Dues.
We're gonna see if Ben can stump the gamers. We're gonna bring
I'm
out
pretty
his
sure I can
trivia.
stump
He's
you.
got a few.
I got
He's-
at least
he
one
got
or
us
two
pretty
that'll
good last
stump you.
time.
Two guys.
You guys.
Yeah,
guys, man.
you stumped us good last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were down a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy here probably would have got a lot of those.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was okay. So listen, I don't usually yell at like sort of like podcasts I listen to at home,
You yell at
Generally.
everything.
but
Yeah.
not in the way that I yelled
Yeah.
at that
Oh, okay.
sort of particular episode when I listened to this sort of train wreck happen on that podcast. I was listening to it. I was like, Who is?
Do you guys even game,
who are
bro?
they? Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Anyway,
Pod people.
aside from that,
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
We'll see. We'll
show.
see if we can answer your questions there, Ben.
Okay.
Jessica, of course, is going to try and get you to know the gamers. She got a few questions.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
us.
right.
Something going to deep down in there.
Do some deep
Yeah.
dive.
cool.
Stuff.
I like it.
Everybody talk about their feels.
Ooh,
Ugh.
your feels.
I don't know
About
Feeling
stuff.
hot and sweaty right now.
Listen,
Yeah.
all right.
Here.
Yeah.
Tony's here today. I don't know if we want to do that.
No.
Skip
No.
that for now.
Then, of
Hopefully in
course,
for
of
next
course,
week.
we'll go over some general what everybody's been doing the last month, what we've been playing, anything we might be looking forward to. So yeah, I think we'll just kind of get into the question of the podcast.
Sure.
If you listened towards the end, we had the question was desert island games.
Sure.
We didn't want your just top 5 games in general. These are games
Sure.
you're gonna want. These are the only games you're gonna get to play for.
What you're gonna play for
You're
the
stuck
rest
with
of your
them and you
fucking
ain't
life.
going anywhere.
Yeah,
There's
That's a tough
somehow
question.
food and shelter. That's all covered, but you're
Yeah.
stuck on this
Desert
island.
everybody
Listen,
knows how it
And
works.
these
I
three
want to
games
clarify
wash up
something
on
too.
shore and they
Internet
work.
is there as well. Internet is the
Yes.
thing.
We
Yes.
online multiplayer
There's
is
this
an option.
Atlantic, tube
Can I-
under like a
Can I
fiber.
send
Yes.
a
I don't
message to someone on my friends
No,
list then?
you can't.
No.
That's
This
the
is
one
say-
drawback.
the drawback. You can't.
You
communicate.
can't ask for help.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't communicate with anybody.
All right.
so- I mean,
You can guilt chat.
There's no microphone.
No mic.
You can
There's no
guilt-
mic. You can get into the
you can
party chat,
guilt-
but there's just no mic.
You know
Yeah.
what? Maybe you're so rich, you have your own fucking island, but you're stingy and only want 5 fucking
Wait,
games.
actually, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm going to stop everybody right now. I have an
Okay.
idea.
All right.
Before we, because this is sort of semantics right now. Like when we get into this, we can all sort of argue, counter argue, but let's just go through and hear the answers, and then you sort of defend that if you feel the need to do that as we get to those answers. How
Okay.
about that?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah,
I think that
thought
would
there'd
be-
be a few games we'd try to figure out, like
Right.
genres. Try to figure out like which
sure.
games
Yeah.
were good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I had a few. I think they're ones that I think at least have playability.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
go back
Sure.
and you're gonna
Again and
relive
again and
these
again and again.
again and again and again. And I was kind of looking at them after I made the list, and I kind of looked at it. It's like 2 of these are on a desert, like they're on an island.
Oh, I know what
It's
you're
like,
talking.
shit, okay,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of funny.
You're like
Playing
Star
an island
Tropics,
game on
Star
an
Tropics
island.
2.
Star Tropics 2. No, probably the first and easier one was Far Cry 3
Sure.
because
Okay.
you are on the island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
right,
can
right.
play.
Okay.
It's a huge game. You can put your own rules and restrictions on
Yeah.
playing the game if you wanted to. You got time, and it's a big game.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was like the
Yeah.
big breakout, I think, of the Far Cries, and from what I remember, like
Yeah.
that was the one everybody was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, it's so good."
Yeah, I remember the first Far Cry
Yeah.
sort of being big on PC. Like a lot of PC users
Yeah.
were really.
But 3 was
Yeah.
like the big multi-platform.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah,
if
you're
I
right.
remember correctly.
yeah,
I don't necessarily know multi-platform, but yeah, I know it was.
Well, I mean,
It was good on
playing
Xbox.
on Xbox, PC, PlayStation. Everybody
Oh.
was playing it on all the
What I
platforms.
love about the
Yeah.
Far Cry games is it all just works.
yeah,
Like very rarely do I get hit with that fucking Rockstar control lag or
Yeah.
you miss you're not looking directly at the car door, so you miss the opportunity
Yeah.
to enter the vehicle, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, the prompt
very-
went
very
away,
well
so I
polished.
can't do it now.
Yeah.
or that like with those Rockstar games, the gap for the car door is like a 1/4 inch thick kind of thing, where you're like. You look at it just
Yeah, if
too wide
you
left or
passed
too
it,
wide
yeah,
right,
yeah.
and you've passed it, and it's like, really? It's a fucking car door.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
don't you? The whole side of the vehicle should be
Yeah.
enter here. Yeah,
Yeah.
So Far
Whatever.
Cry's got good mechanics. That's a game you can sit there and play.
that's one of yours.
For, yeah,
Has good
Far Cry three?
Far
replayability.
Cry
So
that's-
3.
That's,
yeah.
that's one of
Gotcha.
mine.
Okay.
I got 3 to 5 here. I got 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I might struggle
Tony
for
probably
3.
knows this one is Dead Island.
Yeah,
Sure.
I
Oh,
figured
yeah.
that one you were coming up with.
That
Yeah,
is-
that's a
that
fun
is
one.
another
That's a
island
good one.
adventure.
You can replay that. It's got a lot of different characters,
Yeah.
a lot of different weapons to do. You can
No.
play and play and play and play and play that game.
I've watched you guys play it tons. I've not actually gotten stick time on it, but is that multiplayer only, or can you play with like bots for the other characters? Because
No, it's all
you
single player.
You can play.
it's all
yeah,
single player.
You
yeah.
can play single player.
I think you're
but you
thinking
be
like
by
Left 4
yourself,
Dead is
basically.
all
Left 4 Dead.
multiplayer.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's
But
yeah.
that
I get them
had-
confused at times.
I had thought
So-
about Left 4 Dead, but it was like, no, that
Yeah,
That's
Nah.
not good. That's not a good
Dead
enough
Island's
game.
almost a better version of
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Way
And then
better.
Scott's third
Way
is
better.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure, another
Nice.
island game.
That's solid gameplay
Solid
on
gameplay.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hold no shame in that one. No. Okay, so going on number 3, excuse me,
Your real number 3.
Unless you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
count
real
that one,
number
you
3
can.
would be Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
The Deuce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only just the get.
I was just trying to decide between
but,
that and a different game. Yeah.
The single multiplayer levels that you can play in that.
Yeah.
It's just replayability over and over and over.
Yeah, where
and
you can
over
pair up
again.
and
Sure.
split screen it.
You know.
Sure. That was a lot of fun surviving the waves.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
What else you got to do but sit there and watch the waves come in
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
not
Oh, it works on so many levels.
Dang.
Oh man.
That was well thought out.
That was
whole
it
pun.
right there. That was it.
Bam.
Thanks for joining us. That's
There
the
we go.
show.
That's it. All right. You have a good
Damn,
night.
man, I can't top
Flip the
that.
switch. We're done.
All right.
But probably the number one game that I would have to have everything for it. So because this is a magical island, I have
Sure.
everything for it.
Yeah.
Would be Rock Band.
Yeah, that
Yeah?
would be a good one.
I
You
think
would
Rock Band.
need-
So if you're
I can see that.
solo, in my opinion, I'd be like meh. If it's a couple, 2, 3, 4 people stuck on the island, I'd definitely be down for that because I like playing as the band.
Maybe you'll get
The-
some.
the
maybe you get
band
some.
is always
You can ask
funner,
your monkey
but-
butler to
Sure,
play
sure.
bass for you or something.
That's
you know?
fine. That's better than nothing.
You got
You know?
music.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would
Yeah.
have time to learn how to play all those other instruments.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
It would still suck to have to play alone, but you'd have music.
Yeah.
And you're stuck on an island, and you're just like, it's been such a long time. And you're just like, this is actually depressing at this point. I have been here alone,
Message
For a
in
very
a
long time.
bottle.
and all I have is this Boston song that really just sort of makes me think about all this time I've been on this island.
Offering myself.
I think I'll go play Far Cry now.
Yeah.
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 And that's what you do. I get it.
So what about you, Tony? What do you got?
So one of the games, it's kind of a bounce between. I'll take either of them. Would be either Civ 5 or Civ 6, because of just the fact that like a single game playing it, you're going to put about 30 to 40 hours minimum into it. So and it's something that when I play it, at least, it tends to take up a lot of like time in that like. That time reality where like you're sitting there and it feels like 10 minutes have gone by and you look down and it's now 4 hours later.
The little time warp.
Yeah, it's that,
Yeah.
that time sync kind of game.
Just hurry up and bring on the inevitable.
Yeah.
I'll play Sims. There you go.
Yeah. So I mean that because I mean it would first of all it would eat up time and then I like those they call them the 4X kind of games. I like those kind of games.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I like the strategy. They are turn based to a degree and everything. So I like those. I know a lot of everybody else here is not a big fan of those, but I like them.
They got their
They got
They're
their
marked.
charm
They have
if
their
you like
place.
them. Yeah.
yeah.
They have their audience, if you will, and that audience includes you.
Yes. I would say one of my next ones would be either the original Command and Conquer, or
An
the
RTS.
original Red Alert, which was like a
Oh,
quasi
yeah.
sequel to it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So I really loved the old Westwood Studios RTSs, like Red Alert, Command and Conquer 1, 2, 3, Red Alert 2. Like they were real time strategies. You had single player kind of multiplayer. You had single player campaign.
Okay.
You had multiplayer with them. And
Lot
so
of
they,
levels,
they
lot of
had
stuff to do.
Yeah, so there was like you had your campaigns, which were fun to run through more than once because you could do different strategies with them, or
Okay.
then you could do single player, like kind of like their random map generated, and against AI computer.
Did you say generators?
So you get some
Generator,
replay- you,
yeah.
get, you get some replayability.
you get a lot of
sure.
replayability out
Yeah,
of that.
that's what I think that's key.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to not run it out of sort of when you're playing those games and like you're on a desert island, you can't just go
Yeah.
through a game once and then be like, well, that's it.
Well, that's
you know?
it, yeah.
Can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can, but as long as you're okay with just playing that over and over again, right? Like that's okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I've got the magical Wi-Fi that only lets me, talk to my teammates, I've got 2 more games, but I can't actually ask for help. I would say probably Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
I really like Battlefield
Yeah.
4. I know, Ben, you're bigger COD than Battlefield.
That's the thing. Like, I'm on the okay.
I think
You're
Ben's
on the
equal,
fence?
He's an equal opportunity
I-
employer.
yeah.
I think.
fair enough.
I like a good
enough.
FPS, and Call of Duty or Battlefield is
One-
top shelf.
If
They're
you'll
good.
take one
Top
of
shelf, yeah.
If you're stuck with one, you'll take it.
Yeah,
fair enough.
yeah.
I never got into COD because I watched you play them 1.5 million times. I used to hear
Yeah.
you from
Yeah.
my back
Yes.
door
That was
Yes,
the thing about
1.5 times.
everybody
was-
could hear me play.
That was the thing about
Yeah.
Ben's COD plan was the loudest sort of experience. Like the loudest video game. Like Rock Band got up there, but Ben's COD was
It
like
was
the
very
fucking
loud.
neighborhood
We-
knew.
VR.
I enjoyed my gaming experience.
Yes.
You did,
Yeah.
So fuck off.
It sounded
Yes.
like sometimes
No.
you did, and it sounded like sometimes maybe you didn't. I mean, I heard both ways.
There was some bad calls for sure.
Yeah.
But you know, the game
Just,
cheats.
just popped into my head, but I would have to say my number 4 would be Forza Horizon.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good
First
driving
one?
game.
The first one with the zombie mode.
Yes.
Yeah, that mode was very good.
And
Yes.
you know, like
Yes.
that multiplayer was
That's
better
that's
because
some good
you could choose-
replayability.
Dude, fuck you, man! You just took 2 games off my list.
You're still allowed
Yeah.
to have.
Are we on?
them.
Are we on a different island? We can play multiplayer.
We could be
All right.
together.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I think
So,
that's
yes.
allowed, right? Like, somehow you can
And
do
then
that.
I think my last one, just because of how long I played it, and the fact is, I've up until fairly recently, I would keep coming back to it. Would be World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kept coming back to it. I've even considered coming back to the new patches coming out in a month or
I
something.
mean, when you're looking at
I
replayability,
mean, and replayability, and then they're coming out with
You
other
just
stuff
can't beat
like
it.
the classic mode of it and
Yeah.
all this, and it's like,
It's a big game that they keep just pumping out stuff.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
there's-
it just
There's
if I have
still-
access to the expansions and everything like that, then yeah, I'll keep playing it probably, especially if I'm on a desert island with nobody else.
What about you, Randy?
So.
yeah.
You play WoW on a desert island?
Yeah. I mean, that would be sort of my go-to, really. Like
Yeah.
World of Warcraft. Yeah, just because, like, for the reasons that Tony mentioned, it's
Yeah.
like
All the characters.
you'll never sort of run out of things to do or achievements to get or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nonstop. So yeah, for those reasons, that would be one of my games as well.
Yeah.
So I what I did is I went like, okay, I want one of those games, like an MMO that gives you like nonstop sort of that. Look, I could be on that island for years and die and never finish everything in World of Warcraft. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
So really, do you need anything else? And the answer to that is yes. You need variety, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the World of Warcraft. So the next thing I would want to do is, and I'm throwing this in there just because it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I bought this game, like I own this game on the NES back in
Yeah.
the day, and this is my retro pick. Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna have like a retro pick category
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
want a little variety. So World of Warcraft would be like my sort of newer sort of
Yeah.
game. Super Mario Brothers 3. I just bought this on
That's
My-
a
Switch,
good one.
right?
Did you?
not on my
Oh,
Switch,
oh.
on the Game Boy. What is it? The Game Boy Advance,
Advance?
whatever the not the
2D,
Advance.
2D.
Yeah, the 2DS. Sorry, there we go. 3DS,
Okay.
2DS, whatever. I bought it on that off Amazon on Prime Day for like $4 or something like that.
Nice.
Listen, I just love that game.
Good pull. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when I played that back in the day, I remember that being like a sort of like pivotal sort of. This is where video games are going, right? Like,
Yeah.
we like the pack-in Super Mario Brothers. Everybody played that, and then
Yes.
when you
Yeah.
when you play Super Mario Brothers 2, that's neat and all, and as time goes by, that's fine. But then you play Super Mario Brothers 3, and that was
Yep.
sort of a
Yeah.
like. This
That
is,
was a big one.
This type of stuff is going to be sort of the path of marching for like the future of video games. Like
And
this-
it
this is-
was. I mean,
and it
let's
was. It
be
really
honest,
was.
it
And it
was.
has been. And things have like sort of. It just was sort of a game that like I enjoyed playing a lot.
Yeah.
It's so diverse. Like you have the giant levels.
Yeah.
You have the sand
Yeah,
level,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
which a lot of that stuff.
Let's
some
be
of that
honest.
inspiration came from
Sonic wouldn't probably exist if Mario 3 hadn't been around.
and Sonic Mania, like the new one, is
Oh, yeah.
dope as
Yeah.
hell. But I'm just saying, like Super Mario Brothers 3 was just in my mind even though that's a little bit more of a solid linear sort of playthrough.
Right.
That
you do it again and again.
I would do it again and
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I still do,
Definitely.
even now. Not on an island.
Well,
so.
and I mean, if you're on a fucking desert island, you got that time where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to play this game, then I'm going to go run over
or
to
I
this
just get
game,
bored of
then
this.
go
I'm
to
gonna.
game.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's a nice sit, and it's a nice sit down and just start playing, and it's real easy going. You know.
That almost made my list, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't quite make
It's a tough
it.
call. It's a tough
Yeah.
call. But for like retro, because I wanted to try to throw a little wrench in the spokes there and change things up. That would be my sort of pick for that. The other one that I would pick right now, and eventually it would be a sort of exhausted experience, but it's a long experience, and that's the Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's
Yes. Sure,
very very good. And I guess if I'm on the way I feel today, that makes the list. I'm gonna go.
Sure.
I'm gonna go 3 deep. If I'm going for Super Mario Odyssey, might even go.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a really good one too.
Well,
but
most
but
of the Mario
Zelda is
games,
definitely
like
the
you were
one
talking
I'd
about
take.
with Mario 3, most of the Mario games, even most of the Zelda games, had replayability.
Yeah.
I think I played the original Zelda, God knows how many times through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I mean,
like-
if I'm already packing Mario 3 though,
Yeah.
I'm switching up to Zelda.
You got to give a Zelda somewhere.
Yeah. So that would be, and I guess that's really my like top 3
Yeah.
picks. So and I think I'll stop there. So
Yeah.
What
Okay.
about you, Ben?
I had just like Tony. I couldn't decide between like Modern Warfare 3 or the original Modern Warfare or Battlefield 4 or like whatever. So
Good first person
a good first person shooter.
If
The
literally
thing is,
somebody handed you one of those and said you're stuck on the island, you'd be
Battlefield.
fine with it.
Battlefield 4 has I think a lot more unlockable
Weapons?
content. Yeah,
Okay.
you get more. You just get a different machine gun every now
Different
and then, or a
varieties.
different sniper rifle. There's like a lot more to unlock,
Sure.
and that would take doing, and then you could
Yeah.
prestige and do it all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
So I'll go with that. And you get online play, so that's fun.
Yeah.
I don't need a mic because I'm just gonna yell at people anyway.
Mike or not, you're yelling at people.
If
Yeah,
you're
I mean-
on my team, I probably won't shoot you. Not that friendly fire hurts usually.
Yeah. Oh, I've
Anyway,
seen you in
yeah.
Battlefield 4 shoot people for doing stupid shit.
Yes,
You're like,
but,
hey,
well,
stop
like,
that.
It doesn't hurt them though,
Yeah.
like because I don't like unless you're playing the whatever the fuck mode, the hardcore or something like that.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
friendly fire is an issue. Anyway,
Yeah.
and then I think I go like I couldn't decide. I was stuck between Mario Kart for the N64,
Sure.
or I might as well go with
Yeah.
Forza Horizon, whatever. What's the newest?
One,
4.
or-
4.
I'll
Four-
take the latest.
three's the
one's not even
current
out yet.
one.
The
Just
one's
four's
not even
coming
out.
out.
Forza Horizon,
I think
like-
4 is about to come out, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that's
That one
about. I have-
looks
Yeah, I think it
super
is.
cool.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
great.
The worst one, and you're gonna be.
You think
stuck
so?
with
I
it.
don't.
No,
well, I
probably
have
not.
I have 3
It
with
looks
the.
pretty
I have okay. I'll take Horizon 3
Really?
with the Hot Wheels expansion pack.
Sure.
I have. Do I get?
Okay.
You get
Sure.
all DLC, right? Because
Why not?
the Hot Wheels track, the Hot Wheels Island is it's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
but
I
it's
had,
fun as
I had
hell.
about
like
2
it's-
minutes of stick time
It
on
works.
yours.
It works, and
Yeah.
it's crazy insane. But it's fun. And then I don't know. Like finding 3 games would be a struggle. I think I would need something like I can't pick a Halo because I like them all, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to play one over and over again. If I had one, I would just want to play the next one. And if
Yeah.
I finish 5 or 4 or whatever, I'd
What about
just
like
wanna
a
start
Super
'em up.
Metroid or something like that?
Yeah, I thought about
Some
Metroid
classic,
Prime, but
you know?
it's a linear. It's one time through, and it's like okay, I could do it so many times. But something bigger, like probably I'll take Breath of the Wild only because I haven't. I've seen it played. I got about 15, 20 minutes in it, and
Yeah, you had a little.
it's a fun play. It's a fun game,
Yeah.
and I'd love to just have hours and hours and hours.
If
to
you want to go, if you want to go
explore.
retro
Sit there,
version,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go retro version, you could always go Link to the Past.
No.
I played that one
No.
8 billion times through.
No, I think the latest
Fair
and
enough.
greatest is
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I'll
the
run with
idea that you're stepping out a little bit. If you're going to step out a little
Yeah.
bit, I also want to throw out just sort of an omission from my list that I didn't mention, and that's
Okay.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
like that would be a big
Yeah.
one for me.
Yeah.
If we're talking FPS
Shit.
and stuff like that, like I did
Yeah.
not.
God
Yeah.
damn it! Now
have
I
to
want
have-
to give one.
I have to
out
have at
and
least one
cover it.
FPS, and then like so I'm at 3. I
mean, yeah, it's how many ever you
I have
want.
I have the what I say for the N64 No, I don't have that. I
You were
almost
talking
went
Mario
with Mario
Kart,
Kart, but I don't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah.
I think I would take the Tetris, the N64 Tetris. You could
Yeah,
play.
that was-
not that I would play split screen because I'm by myself on the island, but sometimes you just want to crank some music, and Tetris is
Go
a
at
mind-numbing game you
Yeah.
can just play.
That's something that has a
It'll
lot of
always be
replayability.
a little bit different.
After I've done my fishing and cooking on the island or whatever it is I'm supposed
That's
to
another
do.
one of those games.
See, at this
almost
point,
like
it sounds like you should just be playing World of Warcraft right now. From what you're
Maybe I
saying.
don't know. Yeah,
fishing
Yeah.
and crafting. Yeah, no, but I think Tetris, like what you're talking about, is kind of like with me with like the Civ games.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those games that you think you're 10 minutes in, and you look down and
Sort
you
of
realize
puzzly,
it's
whatever,
It's
yeah.
4 hours later, and you're like, oh shit,
something to just keep. A man will do anything to occupy his mind.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. How about you, Jessica?
So I also picked a Call of Duty. It was Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 3, which
Yeah,
I don't know. I really like all the different options you
Sure.
have in that game too.
they're fun.
Yeah.
a lot of fun. That's also the Call of Duty that got me into FPSs in the first place. So
Okay.
it's got a special
Okay.
place
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
heart.
Now that's
Good.
the one that came out on
Sure.
at launch for Xbox One, right? Like the or
No, Modern
it was
Warfare
on
3.
it was 360. I think that was a
360,
hybrid
yeah.
launch. I think that was one at like the cusp
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I think it might
maybe.
be.
I'm not
That's
sure.
the one with the. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that was on Xbox One. Anyway,
Yeah, whatever. We'll keep going.
so Red Dead Redemption.
Yep.
Oh,
game
sure.
I've
Call, yeah.
played
Solid
5 or
solid
6
choice.
times
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the way through.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm probably gonna continue playing it. So really like that game.
Can do this for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Just play it over and over. I have Left 4 Dead 2, just because I really like the simplicity of it. You get your melee weapons, you get your guns.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
maps.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
You got people talking to you, talking.
That's
to
part
them,
of the fun of
talking
that game. I
shit.
think
Yeah.
once you learn
feel like
the
you
maps,
have 3 other friends in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
once you learn the maps, that
So,
game.
so we got Dead Island versus Left 4 Dead.
I didn't really get into Dead Island. I
Yeah?
tried
Yeah.
to play, rage quit fairly quickly. And
Sure.
just
moved
never
on.
went
Yeah.
back.
I've had those games.
If
I've
I can
had those
step in
games.
on
Yeah.
that one, I don't think you were quite yet into first-person shooters as much when the
Oh,
Dead Island
yeah.
came out.
No, because that would have been prior to Modern Warfare 3,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is where you said you came into FPS. So
And
Yeah,
when
I
you're
think that
learning,
makes sense.
when you're learning
Yeah.
how to play first-person shooters, everything's like. Fuck.
that does make
Yes.
sense. Okay,
But
so the
Yeah.
time and checks
go
out.
on, like
Got
Left 4 Dead is still
Yeah.
Yeah.
really fun game.
Doing some Googling.
And there's a lot of
yeah, I do
lot
like
of maps on that.
Yeah, a lot of different maps, and I think it's Left 4 Dead 2 where you can also download the maps for the first game.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
sounds right.
More,
They
and I
gave-
know
Kinda
there's,
like
some
the Rock
DLC,
Band thing,
other
like-
DLC and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds
Like the
right.
Rock Band, you can get songs from the earlier versions depending on which one you have.
That would be a game, I guess, if I was stuck on the island. I would definitely get way more into the multiplayer
Sure.
than
Sure.
Right,
just the levels,
right.
because I never really got too much into the multiplayer on that game. Because honestly, a lot of the online was really laggy.
Sure.
And it took forever to download and like get a group going together.
Yeah.
And there was always lag, and you're always like somebody would leave and the whole game ends. And that just always pissed me off. So
yeah.
like I never really got too much into
Right.
the multiplayer.
That's like the Halo 2.
definitely have to get
Halo
into
2. Like if the person who was designated the host left, it would just fuck up the entire rest
Yeah,
of the game.
it
Yeah.
would. I
The
The
remember
game would
that.
either just fail or like
Take
would
it back to
try
take it back to the fucking
Yeah,
load
screen,
multiplayer
yeah.
Yeah.
lobby.
Did you
Yeah.
check your Google machine for
I
these?
did check my Google machine. Modern Warfare was on 360, but I do believe that is backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
That may be what
Nice.
we're thinking.
Modern Warfare
yeah.
3 was 2011.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's way
Yeah,
before.
that's before. Yeah,
I
So
can't
anyway,
Yeah.
my fourth game,
Yeah.
another game that I've played a handful of times, so I feel like I could just keep playing it, is Bully.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
yeah.
I know you're a big fan of the Bully.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's semi-open world depending on where you're at in the game. Like lots of little side games. You get to make out with girls and boys. I don't
Yeah.
know. You get to drive around little different vehicles like your bike and a
That's fun.
go-kart and shit.
Sometimes
I like
you
how
gotta scratch
everything's
that
sort
itch.
of like it's like everything is
Yeah.
like sort of a side game, like the
Yeah.
chemistry or the music class.
Right, right.
That one was a pain in the ass, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was. Once
I
you
did
get to
not
the
like
harder
that one.
levels,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It
fucking,
got pretty wild.
fucking annoying. But yeah, those are my
The
games.
Bully's a solid pull.
Yeah.
Has there been DLC for Bully? There isn't, is there? Or is
They
it-
had like the original Bully, and then they had like the Scholarship Edition, which I think had
Yeah.
like, a few more like
yeah, I
side
think
games
that
and
was the
stuff.
one that added like the
Scholarship.
extra.
Yeah.
Maybe like whatever DLC could have come out for that later because
Right.
it was a Rockstar Toronto, I think, which no longer is a studio, but it was at the time. They're the ones that did that.
Yep.
And I think they did put out a healthy amount of sort of like DLC and stuff for that too.
Yeah.
Bully is great. It's fun. It's if you
a lot
haven't
of
played
fun.
it, you can get it cheap.
Yeah,
Right.
you
It's
can
one of
get
those
it real
games
cheap.
that you
Yeah.
can always find really cheap.
Like, it's
I recommend
easy
it.
There's a
enough,
lot to
you
do.
know?
Yeah, there's a lot.
There
there's
is,
a,
yeah.
There's a Bully was.
And I always
deep
like that
game.
it happens like during like Halloween and
Yeah.
fall. So like it's always fun like because around that time of year is usually my birthday, and I always get like an itch to sort of play Bully around my birthday because that's what I remember about it, like the leaves and stuff on the
Yeah.
ground and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Really captures that whole sort of
that
feel.
fall
yeah,
feeling.
Yeah, and I always think about that around that time of year.
Sure,
so.
fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Was
those
that
are
Bully?
those are my picks.
All right.
Those are my Desert Island, keep me busy games.
Sure.
Keep my mind stimulated. Well, I couldn't help but notice
Word.
there was kind of a few genres touched on, but nobody ever really talked about any particular game, like a fighting game
You know, I thought
or
about
Yeah.
like a sports
Yeah.
game.
I mean, fighting game
If-
would be like a lot of replayability, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well, you would
like,
think
so
that. I,
what-
I guess
what
just as
fighting
much
game
as
would you
anyone
take?
else, though. Me,
If
I
everybody.
wouldn't even bother. I don't
No?
know. Yeah, I mean, I like them. They're fun to. They're more fun to watch because
Yeah.
I get bored with a fighting
Yeah,
game.
eventually I get
Even
bored.
with
And you
with all the different
mad.
arenas.
Let's be honest, you get mad sometimes too. With
Well,
some
no,
of them.
I mean,
Those holes were
I'll
made
jump in.
themselves. Okay?
I'll jump
No,
in
I'm
if we
kidding.
do
Yeah.
a tournament. I'll jump in and I'll try and I'll play and I'll
Yeah.
yell at you. I'll be like, fuck this,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Gotta talk shit.
I can't if I'm playing it by myself on an
Yeah.
island. If it's just me, I'm going through story mode for Chung Li. Once I've done Chung Li, whatever.
You're like, fuck it, I'm
I'm
good.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to do
Done.
Hondas and all the other or
Fair enough. Fair
any
enough.
of them. Yeah.
So to be clear, if Ben was on an island, he would pick Street Fighter 2. It sounds like.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or
His
3.
fighting
Well,
game.
Nice.
3.
I would be like,
I'm just going by what I
Street Fighter
hear.
2 washes up on shore. I'm going to go out and swim around and look for, Tetris or Mario Kart.
If I had to pick
They
a
gotta be
fighting
close.
game,
Yeah, pick a
If-
fighting game to
if I
take
had
with
to-
you.
Let's do a
Probably
round of
Soul
everybody
Calibur
pick a
2.
fighting game.
Soul Calibur 2.
Soul Calibur
Okay,
2.
Sure.
yeah, that's good.
That's definitely up there. I was thinking like a Tekken.
Okay,
Probably like
Sure,
Tekken
sure.
2.
Tekken 2.
Maybe like
Okay.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Tekken 2 with King and like the
Yeah.
Yoshimitsu, like with
Yeah.
the bit when he had like the big armor and like the
The
sword.
swords,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's dope. Yeah.
Actually get time to like learn everybody's actual moves and like become professional.
be
at it.
intentional with it.
Yeah, like, I'm not just going like quarter circle forward.
Right,
Hey.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how all fighting games sort of are.
That's
and
how
were,
you
but-
start, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you eventually learn actual moves.
But yes, I see what you mean by like saying establish intent
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
what you're doing. Yeah.
What about you, Tony?
Fighting game it would be the Killer Instinct for Super Nintendo. I know it's one of those kind of tipping point games where it was on both N64 and Super Nintendo.
Well, N64's was Killer Instinct Gold.
It was Killer Instinct 64, but
Yeah.
it came out about the same time. But it was basically the same game,
Was it? Okay.
other
Yeah.
than like the
Slightly
64
more
version. 64 version had obviously better character models.
Yeah.
But it also had rotating, like from the Tekken, I think is where they stole it from, was the rotating arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
That was
played it.
fun.
I played
Okay.
it
Killer
on
Instinct
this.
were good
I played it
games.
on the SNES.
So
Yeah.
So that's the one I would be more familiar.
yeah, the
with.
SNES one was like the not so great, but
I liked it. I
was
liked
still
it.
good. It was
no,
still
but
good.
it was. But at
Yeah.
least they and here's the reason why, because during that period of time there was this brand of computer that people were using
Yeah.
to create games called Silicon Graphics.
Yeah, it was
right?
Right.
rare.
Rare was using
Rare.
Silicon Graphics machines. It was like 94, 95-ish
Yeah.
when that all started.
So, by the way, your big Rare games: Star Fox 2 that never actually came out, Donkey Kong Country.
Was Star Fox Rare?
Yes, it was. No, they used the
Don't remember
No,
that.
they used
Maybe.
the FX chip though.
Well, I'm not talking about the
That-
FX
yeah,
chip.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I was
sorry.
talking about the Silicon
Never mind.
Graphics.
Never
Getting
mind.
off subject.
Sorry, wrong game.
So they were
Yeah.
using those machines though, and so back to what you were saying though, like
Yes.
to tie it into what you're saying, they were using that for like Donkey Kong Country and those types of games when those were coming out on the SNES, like
Yeah.
when the first one came out, and then moving forward, that
Yeah.
tied into sort of like that whole bridge that happened from that gap to the N64 and everything. And those were done with the Silicon Graphics machines. That's why you saw so many games that sort of looked that sort of way, like Killer Instinct,
Yeah.
where it's very like almost almost like a very like detailed like clay model sort of
Yeah.
animation, you know, and that's why those games look that way because they were using that sort of system to make those games. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Even on a
Computer animated
16-bit
claymation.
platform.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What about you, Randy? Fighting game.
Oh, I know it.
Well, you know, I'm going to say Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
There we go.
I knew it.
Listen,
Listen, this is going to be the dopest. This is going to be the dopest island because it's going to have an actual like stand-up
Game room.
arcade.
Yeah,
version
it's an arcade cabinet
of Mortal Kombat 2, and I'm going to have that DTS like Dolby turned all the way up.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a tournament, and that's what we're gonna do.
But it's going to be amazingly multiplayer, so you can do that because it didn't exist. I mean, Wi-Fi enabled or like internet mode.
I mean, I would have like Wilson the volleyball, and we would have
a
tournament.
Okay,
anytime
you and
I
Wilson.
want.
No.
You don't
It's out of line.
Don't
Your
tell me-
your Magic Island does not
don't
have
tell me
well
how
done.
to handle my island. You know what I mean? I got control over this population.
Yeah, at the end of Castaway, he floats away. He washes up on Randy's island.
Boom. That's where he
that's
ends
how
up.
he ends
Everybody,
up.
guess what? Spoiler alert. That's
Spoiler
where he's
alert.
at. I got him now. Playing Mortal Kombat 2.
Damn. You
He
know
picks Raiden every
you know
time.
the
It's
future?
annoying. Anyway, Mortal Kombat 2.
Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat
yeah.
2.
The God, Raiden, the God.
So besides Forza racing game,
Okay.
go.
Really? Besides
game.
Forza?
Besides like Forza, like a
There
like
are
an old
other
school
racing
game.
games besides Forza?
Yeah.
Rad Racer.
there's,
Rad Racer.
oh,
Rad
I know.
Racer.
Yeah, baby.
Shit. What was the one? You played little
RC Pro Am.
RC Pro Am.
RC Pro Am.
Thank you for helping me
When
with
you
that one.
you had him at little, he was like little. Yeah, that's RC Pro Am.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
driving little cars.
yeah. That was fun as fuck.
I have to go with F-Zero.
F-Zero's
yeah,
good.
F-Zero is fun.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever play Extreme G on the N64? It was like a sort of
That
like an
sounds
F-Zero
familiar.
knockoff. Had weird hover
Maybe.
cycles and like light cycles. It was kind of cool. I think they made an Extreme G2. To be honest, I'm not sure.
Sure. I would say
Yeah.
if I had to pick a realistic real quick,
Mm-hmm.
my dad had a NASCAR racing on the N64,
Really,
and it was actually really good.
really.
Yeah,
So you went fast and turned left, and
Yes.
then what?
but you had
You
rub
quickly had to
damage
turn
and
left
stuff like
again.
that.
Okay.
Like
you had to
you'd
pull
have
into the pit and repair your car. And
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. You'd have to pull in the pit, repair your like.
Were you
fuel.
controlling like your guys in the pit at that point, or
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
there was one? It was terrible. It was like you were. I don't even know if it was NASCAR, but it was like you just drive and you turn left, and then you turn left, and then you turn left, and it was like, okay, now you've done like 5 laps. You have to
Yeah.
go into the pit, and you had to like replace tires that were worn.
Yeah.
And you had to refuel. And you
It
had
sounds
to-
like you're just describing Days of Thunder.
Right, you
Yeah.
had to like move your little cursor
actual
over to the tire
NASCAR
guy,
race.
Right.
and like hold down one button, and rotate the stick.
No,
so he
no,
changes
you
the
didn't have to
tire.
do that.
Then you had to
There
go
was-
and highlight the gas guy and go in there and like clamp both down bumpers and
No.
shake the stick so he would like shake all the fuel in that he can, and the clock is ticking the whole time. And I was like, I'm not racing right
No.
now. I'm
No.
changing a
You're the pit
tire. I
crew.
don't
Yeah.
like this game.
Yeah.
So
No.
some games, some things in life just don't translate to video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being a pit
Yeah.
crew,
Like
probably not one of them.
fishing.
Being a pit crew is not
Yeah.
definitely one of
Yeah.
them.
Well, I mean, like NASCAR games in general, are literally, I don't know. They just, I haven't
Well,
been very
his
impressed by
NASCAR
them.
game, like they threw in the old non circular tracks as well because they'll do what they call road
Okay.
races.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know, so-
now the NASCAR guys, they do 2 a year.
Yeah. This
But-
one threw it. I
but
think
for
it
most of
threw
them,
in
they're
like
on
4.
you're on an oval or a
Yeah.
tri-oval or
Yeah.
a fucking mega oval or
Yeah.
whatever the
Huh.
fuck they call it. Yeah,
You're either on an
NASCAR
oval or a
games sound
sphere.
like they
yeah.
suck. So
Yeah.
They really
I'll have
do.
to try to
They
avoid
really
NASCAR.
do.
I think it was
Now
the
there's some F1
Simulator
games. There's some
17.
F1 games that
Yeah.
they've mirrored the tracks.
Yeah.
They you can go do that and it's okay.
fair enough.
It's okay.
slightly
Yeah.
better, but
I think it was the rub damage because before that not a lot of games had rub damage.
No, yeah.
So
Yeah. All right.
that was what
Yeah.
what I thought was cool.
Okay.
we'll avoid NASCAR on a desert island.
Word.
So yeah, if we missed anything, guys, if you want to let us know if there's a game you'd like to take with you to a deserted island, hit us up on Facebook, Nameless Gamers PDX. We got Gmail still.
Yeah. Don't forget these.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And if you're playing a drinking game, there you go.
Yeah.
For those of you playing along at home, Maverick.
So now we're going to take it over to the news.
Yes.
News. Sponsored by Events.
Brought to you by Rainier.
So it's July. It's middle of summer. It's kind of slow in general for gaming-related news.
It's because everybody's playing games. They've issued what they're doing for the year, and they're all just being played.
Yes, and then also people are outside doing things. You know, I mean, you got the
that's an option
combination.
too.
Yeah,
right.
So, actually, I just saw this a couple days ago. Nintendo has actually filed suit against a couple of large ROM sites.
Oh,
I
shit.
had heard
So-
about
Yeah, I
this.
think they're Arizona based.
Yes, and so they filed suit in Arizona
Why? Why did they do that?
because they're basically claiming breach on intellectual properties.
Okay.
So copyright infringement, basically.
Of what characters?
Pretty much all of them.
Well,
so I was actually getting to this.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
no, good. Keep going.
So
Sorry.
they are seeking $150,000 per basically infringed game. What it was infringed work. So in a game.
So
Wow.
just to jump in real quick here, I just want to be clear. Like, do you know what a ROM is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a computer.
Memory.
Yeah, it is a computer copy of a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I'm just
so
painting
the
the
old
picture.
school ROM was read only memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's basically the term that's come to denote like a copy of a video game in current parlance.
Right, an
So-
emulator will run a ROM. An emulator is a software
Yeah.
that's
So
developed.
your
Let's make
Raspberry
this-
Pi
no, hold on,
that
hold on,
has
hold on.
games on
Sure.
it.
Let's make this really simple.
Yep.
They had a bunch of games on their computer, and they were selling them?
No, they weren't selling them. They offered them for free.
Okay. And
But they
Nintendo's
were-
like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Okay.
So
Well,
so
it's
they're
their
asking.
games.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So they're asking $150,000 per game
Did they?
and
Okay.
$2 million per copyright infringement.
Oh,
Or excuse me,
really?
infringed trademark. So anytime the Nintendo logo showed up, anytime Mario showed up, anytime Link showed up, Zelda showed up, that's
Damn.
$2 million right there.
So did they just?
So you unplug
did
and
they
you
just-
move.
Yeah. Did they just port these games, or did they?
So-
did they create games similar, or did they just
No, so
copy
so
copy and paste the games? What?
ROMs usually have been, ROMs have usually been where basically people pull the data off the chips of like your NES
Cartridge. Okay.
Yeah.
and then they compile it into a computable on a standard PC through an emulator. So you have like ZNES and a few others out there, and there's
Take care of these for you.
yeah, thank you. There are Android versions of all of the emulators. So you have like
Right.
you will find out there NES emulators, SNES, Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance, Game
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
You know,
You
like,
get the picture.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
emulator is a software
that
you
mimics
use,
the
and
hardware.
The ROM is a file that
Yeah.
the software uses.
Right.
That's how it works.
So they're asking for about $150,000 a game
And $2 million.
$2 million per
Damn.
basically like trademark infringement. So every page that you clicked on that had the Nintendo logo on, they're asking for $2 million.
Wow.
Fuck.
It was literally filed like last week. Yeah.
So, like, I
Dang.
mean, obviously, we all know emulators. We all know, like, everybody's got these video
Yeah.
games now.
They work. Yeah.
Is this poor company just the guys that got picked on?
No,
No.
Nintendo habitually goes after.
Yeah,
people,
Nintendo keeps a tight strap
pretty
on
hard.
their-
Okay.
Shit.
But
they don't
it's
mess
usually,
around.
But, like-
it's usually cease and desist letters, and then they end it. I don't know if
Yeah.
I have not heard that the the minutia about this one. I don't know if they sent.
This is
desist.
no. They skipped that and went straight to lawsuits.
Okay.
Wow.
I think they skipped it because they're U.S. based. A lot of the ones that send the cease and desist to are non-U.S. based.
I think they're just trying to make it an example of like, hey, listen, look what's happening to these guys. Everybody stop
stealing,
stop
giving away our shit.
Because I think they're probably tired of pouring their resources into pursuing that sort of patrol as far as like keeping their their trademarks and things of that nature out of the hands of like pirating. Yeah. They're tired of spending, the money to do that, I think.
Sure.
So this time they just went straight to the root and they're just like, all right, you know what? We're not going to give you a letter to ask you nicely to stop.
Here's a subpoena.
We're just taking it. We can do this. It can be done. Why are we dicking around? And they just went straied to lawsuit.
Straight for the jugular.
Yeah. Just went straight for the jugular.
So as of what I read, I think it was on Kotaku, it had said like these two sites had basically just pulled all of their Nintendo related games off of them.
Just yanked them off.
Yanked them off.
What else would you do?
Yeah,
exactly.
When Nintendo knocks on your door, you put everything in the closet.
I mean, it's like if you got a cease and desist letter saying you've made a Portland Trailblazers logo and you were selling it, but it's now, I'm going to send you a cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. That's literally just saying, okay, fine. I'll pull it off my website or whatever, for whatever you're selling.
Yeah.
Whether it's a decal, a T-shirt, whatever, but they didn't even go that route, like Randy was saying.
Technically, you don't have to.
You don't have to issue a cease and desist. That's a formality.
Fuck yo couch.
Yes.
So what's else in the news is?
So we're moving over to Blizzard news. There's a couple things, 2-3 things going on.
A few couples. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
What do we got from Blizzard?
So I know we talked about. I think we talked about it last episode, or we've been chatting about it. If it wasn't last episode,
maybe.
Wrecking Ball.
With
Overwatch. Yes, he was released as of about 3 days ago from this cast.
Okay.
So July 24th. He was released as off of the PTR and to the public. I know, talking to Randy, he said he had a lot of fun with that character. It's a tanking kind of character, and it's a little hamster.
I kind of
want
to
a big
see
ball. Yeah,
a little,
kind of funny.
I kind of want to see a hamster rolling around just a few times.
He must have some sort of ranged attack. He doesn't shoot anything.
No, I think. I think what Randy was telling me about Wrecking Ball is that he's got kind of a Doom Fist, like he jumps in the air and then does like a splash.
Oh, like an area of So
he's a physics based sort of character.
Okay.
Yeah. So he can turn into a big ball.
Okay.
And when you think in terms of like a mace or something you can swing around, he can shoot a sort of
like a tether
out. Yeah. And tether to objects or surfaces all over the game.
Oh, and just start swinging around.
You can use that sort of
to bounce
velocity and like charge to like move forward and like you can swing around things. And
so he uses that as like a pivot point.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Okay.
Exactly. And so they have put like this whole physics piece in for him.
Cool.
And that's very fun to play.
Yeah. Okay.
He plays very good like area of denial areas like. Trying to keep stuff out of certain areas, or keeping
he's got a Winston kind of vibe to him.
Yeah, and it's just in a different way. Yeah,
but in a different way. But also that he's an intelligent hamster, like Winston.
Hamster.
All right, we're moving from Overwatch to another Blizzard game. We've got World of Warcraft here. Randy, I know you've been playing a lot of that.
Otherwise known as
the pre-patch come out now.
Yeah.
On July 17th.
That was a real mess.
Yeah, it's been a real mess.
So they tried to fix it before they released it.
So it's a no. So what it is?
That's what it sounds like
sort
to
of.
me.
Yeah.
Like
so they call them a pre-patch or pre-expansion patch is really what it is. It's so they are going with the newest expansion. What is it? Battle for Azeroth. Excuse me.
Battle for Azeroth. Yes.
Battle for Azeroth. I almost said Battle for Overwatch.
Azeroth.
Different game.
That would have been an interesting crossover.
Yeah.
I'd probably be okay with that. Maybe.
So that came out on July 17th. I know there's been a lot of people griping and moaning. I've heard people complain about the the pre-expansion quest line that's available, like bitching that it's super bland.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. You know, I don't expect a lot from these pre-patch. I have not ever. Apparently the Legion one, and see, that's the one that I didn't see. I didn't see the Legion one was really good. I guess people really liked it. Of course, I didn't come in until like late Legion because I stopped playing for a long time.
Yeah.
So I had no idea, but I mean, pre-patches generally, like historically, I don't remember them ever being like super duper memorable. Like,
well, the pre-Legion was, or was it from Kata to Warlords that had like the Hellspawn spawning in that you told me about?
Yeah, no, I mean there are like always like sort of these little events going on.
Yeah.
And this one is more of like,
it's just like a quest line though. Apparently,
it is
not just kind of.
It's a quest line with like a little story, and then what they've done. See, like BFA, what they're trying to do is they're trying to really like celebrate the player versus player aspect of the game, which has admittedly needed a little bit of love because it's been sort of left in the dust over the last couple expansions.
Right.
So they're really they're not trying to force people into it, but they're really heavily incentivizing the use of it. You know what I mean? And so they're making this sort of like quest sort of hub area where you go do this stuff. They want you to like turn on PvP and go do that stuff and kill people, and like that's what they want. Just turns out that the people that think that it's boring aren't doing that first, and they're just going and doing these like sort of boring world quests, which
side quest stuff.
Yeah, and if you're doing that, like that's okay too if you're doing it like on your alts and stuff, because it is rewarding like higher level gear and stuff like that. So
sure,
but they're very much like almost like, if you remember in terms of like World of Warcraft, we're talking about that. We're talking about like daily quests.
Yeah,
and like it's quests like that, like little sort of goofy things that you go do every day that are super easy, that are high reward, low risk, and that's what they've installed into the game.
Your
the
dailies
risk
or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's just and you're like,
so daily, if you don't know, is a quest you can do once a day.
Every day, and it resets, at midnight or whenever your server resets, whatever. But the bottom line is that like these quests are designed like that, but I think the people are missing the charge of it, which is, you're supposed to be doing this in like PvP mode, and a lot of people just aren't.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
so I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, it is sort of bland in a way that like there's not like an invasion going on or anything like exciting, like in terms of like the last like the Legion expansion.
It's nothing
or
grabbing the storyline to the whole thing.
I mean, it's just more of like, when you do it, there's two sides to every story, right? So like in the World of Warcraft, it's the Horde and the Alliance. So it's like the Alliance are being assholes to the Horde, and the Horde are being assholes to the Alliance.
Sure.
And that's the story.
That's how it goes.
That's it.
That's
I mean,
the
that's
whole conflict of the game.
It's right back to the roots of that, and they restore that, and that's basically it. I mean, it's pretty simple. That's it.
So the expansion is going to be released on August 13th for BFA, Battle for Azeroth.
Okay.
And then also they've now done away with the whole subscription, or excuse me, you only need to have a subscription to get the old
DLCs.
Yeah, so you don't need to buy the base model for $20 plus paying a subscription.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good idea, because if there are people that are out there that haven't played it.
Okay, check it out.
To go back and try the old stuff. Sometimes there's different storylines and characters and people that just tickle your fancy a little bit more in those genres.
Yeah. I think it'll be like a nice way to like sort of usher in like a new group of players as well.
Yeah.
So
potentially. And then they're coming back with the like the WoW Classic stuff, and so that's going to be like a draw, I think.
Yeah.
Switching over to something gaming adjacent. We've got Blockbuster has closed the last two stores in Alaska, and there's only one remaining store left in the United States.
No, I don't think.
How about
was
that?
It just they lost their lease because they couldn't afford rent, or did Blockbuster go, all right, guys?
I think they felt. From what I read on. From what I read, I can't remember where I saw the article, but it sounded like it was just basically as of July 16th, they were like in Alaska, we just aren't going to keep doing this. So,
Yeah.
So, where is it at?
the last
one.
remaining Blockbuster is in Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Has a bigger black hole for internet than
Listen.
Alaska.
I just
Apparently.
thought of something.
Okie doke. What was it?
Now it makes. Listen, we're in Oregon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the same place where Bend is at.
That
Dude.
is
Yes.
the same
We
place.
can go rent a movie from
You are
Blockbuster.
fake. Oh, what? How would you like to? We all go down
Well,
there.
I mean,
2-hour
we could-
drive.
We all go down there. We rent we pick a couple of movies each. We rent them and then we just fucking keep them.
Oh.
I mean, I
Well,
think
we-
that's
we
probably
also
We
why
don't
they're-
return them at all. What are they going to do? Fine us? Wait 6 months, they'll be shut down.
Scott has a card. Yeah,
Yeah, they'll be on Scott's card anyway. What's
It
up?
should still be working.
we'll just use Scott's card.
Whoever's
Yeah,
got air
sounds good.
conditioning,
It's going to be
I
a
am more than willing to hop in your car and let you drive me.
it's going to be a
down
competition of
Bend,
who can rent the most bizarre combination of movies to make the clerk go, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah,
They
or a
don't have
combination
black-
of like
they don't-
movies
They
and
don't
they
have
still
like
do. Yeah, I'm
that
sure they do.
room
games.
behind the black curtain. It won't get
Yeah.
too crazy.
Does Blockbuster have a black curtain?
No,
I don't know.
So I
Most
can't
of
like
the
throw.
family
I can't throw
values.
like Ice Pirates and like Anal Sluts 5 on the counter.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
Blockbuster having like the black curtain.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You know, we were
I
talking about
remember
that.
That
the
might be
Hollywood
difficult
Video
then.
did at
They had a
at
black
my
Yeah, Hollywood
the one
had
the
for
one
a
near
little
my
while,
house
yeah.
did.
Before they went like hardcore corporate. Some of them had
Yeah.
a black
Listen,
curtain section.
I think I'm going to start a new podcast called The Black Curtain. Who's in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm in.
Jess was like, "Yeah."
If I'm not in,
Why
I'll be
not?
peeking
Why
in
not?
from the
I have a lot
outside.
to
Are we
contribute.
like gonna start critiquing porn?
Why not?
Or just talking about.
I'm
listen,
I don't know.
This just got weird.
Specific
Listen,
to-
I don't know.
what
I mean,
happens behind the
What
black
i-
curtain?
what is
stays
between two ferns? I mean,
behind
come on.
the black curtain? I'm just
Well,
throwing
that-
I'm
out.
not worried
you know,
about what's
they
between
don't-
two ferns.
yeah.
I'm worried about what the
Yeah,
what's
behind the black curtain. Fair enough.
So when it comes
Alrighty.
to like renting movies and stuff, we were talking about this earlier today, and that's the little tags from like the old
Yes.
school stuff from like
Yes.
when you went to.
Yeah.
So Ben, maybe you want to explain that, but I have a question for you
Okay.
in regards to that. So maybe you can answer this along the way.
All right.
And that is, do movies behind the black curtain have the tabs?
Yes.
as well? They do. Okay.
Yeah, there behind the black curtain
Explain
was
what
a
that-
secondary, smaller wall board of
Adult
tags
oriented.
and it was the adult tags over there. So they had their in their within their own section was housed a board like a lot of people you might be used to going to the store and you
So it was
see
a
like
separate
a
board.
few empty boxes behind the main box or like the movies in a clear box. I didn't have that. It was just one box on the shelf. All the shelves had
Yeah.
one single. They
With a
weren't
code,
crammed,
right?
and it had like a little white round sticker with a 4-digit
Yeah.
number
Sure.
Yeah.
on it.
Your old
depending
movie
on-
chest,
yeah,
right?
depending,
It was almost like
video
a
chest.
keychain
Or
link.
video
Yes,
chest.
depending
Yeah.
on what section you were in was your your 4-digit number.
Yeah.
You know, drama, sci-fi, horror, whatever the fuck.
Like your first two digits or first one
Then
digits. of
one
the
one
genre.
particular wall just had those. It was like a piece of plywood, unpainted, with
Look at the
thousands of, well, at least several hundred of the little screws, the
yeah.
hooks screwed right into it, little brass
yeah.
hooks.
Almost like a pegboard
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
isn't it?
peg-
Almost, and
Yeah.
and each one had 5 or 6 tags hanging on. And if your hook, if you went there and the number you were looking for wasn't on a hook and it was it was empty,
empty?
yeah, they were out of
You were
copies. You
screwed.
had to find a tag with the right number
Seems
on
like
it.
a huge
Yeah.
And to
waste
be
of my
clear, this
time.
is not
Yeah,
a
it does.
blockbuster sort of
No,
tactic.
this-
This is
no.
a local.
This was
very local.
Yeah, before Hollywood took over, it was a video chest.
Yes. Okay.
Actually, it went from video chest to LeBec's video chest, which when there was like 3 or 4 video chests around.
Sure.
And then
Video
I think
chests-
after 2 years of that, they went
It's
to
like
Hollywood
Universal.
Video.
Yeah,
And
Hollywood
they sold out,
Hollywood
yeah.
gave them a grip ton of money.
sure
Video
they
chest
bought
does sound
them,
like
yeah.
a place that would have a black
It
curtain.
does. It really
Oh,
does.
Yeah.
Video
I may
chest
not
had
really get that
had a
vibe.
very large
Just
black
from that.
curtain section. And they didn't even bother to close it.
Yeah.
It was always just like wide open.
Yeah.
Right down
They
the
just-
center. There's like a good 8 to
Whoever
10
was
inch
in there
gap.
last just left it open.
And
for
I
the
used
next
to
year.
walk by it
between.
like all the time when I was like 10 and be like, oh, look at all those fucking naked women in there.
And then you would look in there like
man.
some boobs and stuff. Yeah. I get it. Okay. Yeah.
That was-
video
yeah.
chest.
Was that
name
little
does,
weirdo.
but
Yep.
Jess is right. I agree.
It's
Yeah, it sounds like it would have a black curtain sort of
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
So
So
Yes.
what they should have fucking done, and
Yeah.
I'm just critiquing some old stupidity here. Is I grew up with Larkin Audio Video,
Larkin.
and the videos they were all out on the shelves. The video games had a poker chip with a number on them,
Weird.
Oh,
right on the case.
okay.
Shit,
So
this
you
is
knew
some
you
weird
knew
shit I never
they
even heard
had the
of.
game, like they had the game in there in general,
No.
and then you just took the chip up to the guy behind
Yeah.
the counter, and he was
Okay.
like, "Okay, boom." If it didn't
I
have
had
the
a
chip,
copy.
it was out, but you knew it was circulating.
Oh,
So
okay.
you knew to come back and look for.
Or you would go up to the
WTF.
counter and be
Oh.
like, "Hey, I know there's no chips there, but
We didn't have.
is there a copy of
when it was video
whatever
chess,
in?"
we didn't have games.
Remember when you used to do that? Like even at Blockbuster, you used to go up to the counter and be like, "Look,
Did somebody just dump it in the
check it out,
bin?
check it out, guys."
Yeah.
I understand that Street Fighter 2 is just totally out, okay? But
yeah.
look, you're talking to me, okay? Rando
Yeah.
Calrissian.
Just like the one that just came back in. that I
Is there
could-
one that maybe just hit that bin there,
Yeah.
right behind where they put? They have that
drop it
counter
in,
with
yeah.
the slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there one that maybe just fell in that basket? Maybe you want to reach down there and look, Gina,
The
if it's
instant,
in there.
dude, the quick return bin was
And Gina would look
accessible
down there and
at
she'd be like-
VHS. Like you could look at it as you walked in.
Gina would look
You could
down
pick
there and she
through
would
it.
there would be
Yeah.
like a noise and you can see what she's doing down there. Gina, I see what you're doing.
Yep.
You're either looking or you're being an asshole, right?
Yep.
Probably
What are you
being an
doing?
asshole.
Are you looking for me really, or are you just shuffling things around
Just gonna
and
move my hand in
and
here 'cause
looking
this
at me?
fucking asshole
She's like looking at
bothering
me through the other like side of the counter through the slot. Like that guy's a dick. Like, are you doing that, Gina?
Yeah. He's a
and like
dick.
she would shuffle through and then like come back up and be like, "You're in luck. There is a copy that just got dropped off." And like that was the good night, right? Then I would buy
Yeah.
snacks.
Fucking oh yeah,
I would
Nice.
buy snacks. I'd be like, okay, she went the extra mile. I'm buying snacks. Give him the money. If not, then she was like, no, sorry, it's not it. And I'm like, you really like if I could tell that they weren't really giving like a solid effort there,
Yeah.
I would be so mad that usually I would just leave and go somewhere else. Like they didn't even look, yeah. And then I would like leave and like my cousin would be with me, and on the way out, we would be talking to each other and be like, that shit was there, right? It was back there. They didn't even look. They didn't even look, dog. It was there. And like that
Yeah.
would be like the whole.
Yeah, you're like
It's
they're,
right
they're
here.
saving that
I
for their
can
fucking
see
friends.
it.
Yeah, fucking
I
Battletoads was
actually-
there, dog.
Yeah.
When it was Hollywood Video at by my place, I would actually give them an extra $1 and just be like, "Here, take this." If they did that same kind of thing, if
Yeah.
they dug into the bin,
Oh yeah. All right, let me
I
see.
just it was like, "Here." I mean, it's a $2 video or a game or whatever. You know,
Hey, man.
I'd be like, "Hey, you took the extra effort to actually look for me."
Yeah.
You're tipping
Yeah.
your video clerk.
Yes,
You were bribing.
Good on you, sir.
Yes,
You were effectively
Because-
bribing
Good on you,
Gina.
sir.
because
It's like
I
taking
would
care of your
walk
bartender,
in.
man.
I would walk in many a time, and they'd be like, "What do you want? I'll check it. I'll check in the bin right now for you. You don't even have to give me anything." And it'd be like, "All right,
It's like-
great."
It's like it's. I'm just hearing like the soundtrack of like some boss ass fucking like you walking into the store like I don't know, doves going off, fireworks. You know, like you're like the VIP at your establishment here.
Well, I mean, there was literally 2 Hollywood videos about 4 blocks either direction, and so
Yeah.
it was like I knew the guys in one, the guys and gals in one, and I knew the guys and gals in another. Because if I walked to one and they didn't have it, I could walk to the other one and they would generally have them.
Right on.
Yeah.
Have it, so
Okay.
All right.
so that's all the news I have. I know Randy has some No Man's Sky news
What you got?
for us.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's still happening. No Man's Sky is there in the world.
Is it
and,
working as intended yet?
You know, I
It's-
suppose I don't know.
It's-
They have added a patch. Tony, do you know a little bit about that?
So I don't. So I know that they've done some patching through the ages. If you've listened for a long time, I played it back when it was first released, back in I think October of 2016, September, something like that.
All right.
But I only played it for a couple months because it's very repetitive at the time. Now they've added, apparently just recently added player bases, and with their what's coming out, it's either come out or it's going to be about to come out, is what they call the NEXT Next patch.
Okay.
So it's it's basically their 2.0 version of it, where they're going to actually add the true multiplayer that they had described in the
so
beginning.
you might actually run into other players.
but
then.
you can
I know
also
that was a
party
problem.
with other players. Supposedly,
Oh, okay.
So this is
That's
the
cool.
No Man's Sky that was initially
It was
promised.
promised, yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
so if
Like-
Randy and I had partied up,
This is like the Fable 3 of No Man's Skies.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So apparently they're
No,
doing
they're
they're
actually
doing
delivering
that
this one a little bit, a little bit.
a couple years later, you know.
Okay.
I thought I saw that it was coming out in September, but I may be wrong. Maybe it's already out.
Yeah. I hear it's supposed to be like, all platforms,
and it's also
everybody.
Yeah,
everybody
and now
gets to
it's
play.
going to be coming out as Randy and I have talked about for about the past week. It's going to be coming out on the Xbox.
Very nice. That would be.
So
fun.
Seems like a fun game to try.
Yeah.
I am definitely more inclined to play that.
I mean,
on
I think
Xbox.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's the thing is that I
A
think that's what they're
good space exploring
banking
RPG.
Yeah.
Ought to be good. If somebody could just make one that works,
Yeah.
it'll be a hit.
Yeah.
There's people out there fiending for them.
Yeah, we'll see. And I think that's what they're sort of banking on is like this is the first time that ecosystem has sort of seen
Yeah.
No Man's Sky. So now that you can buy it, and it's going to be quote unquote the good version, then hopefully they have a better experience launching it that way, and those players stick around. We'll see. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like he's talking about players sticking around. I only stuck around for a couple months at most.
Yeah,
And so, I mean,
that was the majority.
With
Yeah.
the original version?
with the original,
Wow, okay.
because it was super repetitive.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
There was a few tryhards that stuck around, but other than that, it's been sort of on the decline. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I know that since they've launched the new version on PC, that has been there's been a big increase in user base.
Sure,
So
sure.
as that hits console, I'm sure that'll increase. So
Yeah,
that's all.
and you may be right. It may have hit PC first to test, and then console may be coming out here in September-ish.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sky.
so we're gonna throw it over to Scott.
No, we're not. We're going to throw it over to Ben.
Oh,
For trivia.
All right.
Yeah,
You guys,
He's been sitting quietly in the corner waiting.
you guys want to play the
He's been
thing where we
waiting.
talk about stuff and games and shit?
I'm going to stump you guys.
How are you?
I'm gonna try. I got a few here. I got. I'll tell you when we're flipping the switch.
All right.
For this first few questions, it's just gonna
Stump
be
the gamers.
Bing
Come
bong.
on.
general knowledge of video game, computer software, video game playing.
Video
knowledge.
games?
Yeah. Question one goes a little something like this: when playing Angry Birds, what items could you hit to unlock a bonus minigame level?
Oh, I never really
Anybody
played
play
Angry
Angry
Birds.
Birds?
Oh, yeah.
A very, very long time.
Nobody played Angry
Bombs?
Birds?
To get the
They
bonus
still
level?
to get the bonus levels unlocked. It's not bombs.
Wait, wait.
And it
Stars.
wasn't.
To get them on.
To unlock the
each
bonus
level,
level.
each,
Each
you got a
get the
rating.
stars.
If you beat a level, you got a rating. You got
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2, or
Stars,
3
yeah.
stars.
Sure.
But
Okay.
on certain levels had hidden little objects that you just had to touch them, and they would come up to the screen and be like, "Yep, you hit it,"
Man.
and it opened a bonus level on a
Okay.
Fuck.
Map
in
of
the
some
main
sorts.
menu
See, I
section.
want to say like key, but I'm thinking that might also be from like
no.
Super Mario.
I
No.
can't
Where
say
you get the
that.
key,
No.
like you hit the
Key
thing,
was
and
Super
it's like
Mario.
Nobody
Yeah.
listen. Angry Birds
Mario.
actually beat
Thank
Angry
you.
Birds.
I did too.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
No.
but
I
I don't
guess-
remember.
I don't know.
answer.
Okay, I'm
gonna say
gonna give
Apple.
it to you. There's I can hear screams coming from across the internet for golden eggs. The eggs, you hit the golden
Yeah.
eggs. Sometimes
You're
they were like
capturing
just
eggs. Yeah.
you had to like zoom out to be able to see
Yeah,
them.
I mean, even now that you
Yeah.
say it, I
Yeah.
don't remember,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that was a
Sure.
part of it.
Sure.
all right. Reset your palates here.
All right.
Who is the main villain from Bully? What's his name?
Come on, Jess.
The kid at the end, the guy you have to beat. The
Is it
very main
Lawrence?
villain.
No.
It is
Scott
not
Farkus.
Lawrence. It's not Francis.
Is it Scott Farkus?
It's not Scott Farkus. That's a Family Guy reference.
Damn it. That is actually
Mr. Farkas.
I'm trying to think.
That's
of
It is a
all these
Christmas
names
story
flying
reference.
out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's nobody.
Wait for
Anybody?
it. Wait for
Zach.
Bueller. It's not Zach.
No, hold on.
Okay, take a second.
Ferris?
Gary. It's Gary.
Gary.
Oh, nice, babe.
I'll give it to
Nice.
Gary Smith.
Fucking
Good pull.
Gary.
Good
I suck
pull.
at
Like
First,
it's in there
first names
somewhere.
count.
Which
Yes, that was correct. Turns
game
out.
publisher gave us most of the Castlevania series?
Konami.
There's like one title from Distinctive Software. I don't know
Konami
how
did
they
most
got.
of them
Yeah,
back in
Konami.
the day.
Konami.
Like they basically just farmed it out.
All right,
kind of
Jess,
thing.
it's you and me.
All right.
Kid.
I'm not sure exactly if I'm pronouncing this correctly because I haven't played the game myself, but I'm hoping somebody has. I don't know if it's PJ's. What is PJ's catchphrase from Beyond Good and Evil? This thing that he says every time something goes his way.
Never got
Anybody
into
play this
paint.
one?
He
Not a-
says, What's shaking, bacon?
Almost. You're so close.
It's
You're
something
so
like that.
not even remotely close.
It's something like that. It's something like
it
that.
does pertain to food.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Who's aiming for some
Who
bacon?
got
Everybody
that? Who got that peanut butter?
Peanut butter, gelatin, peanut butter.
No, I'm just going to throw it at you.
I can't.
Chili con carne is
Close.
I never
The,
played Beyond Black and White. I never did.
That's because
Nobody
it's
ever did?
Beyond Good and Evil.
Or Beyond Good and Evil, yeah.
Beyond Black. What the fuck? Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, for the rest of the game, we're going to focus on the 8-bit original
Okay.
Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES,
Okay.
if you will. All right? All of these come from this particular genre or field of console.
This console.
Whatever.
They come from that generation. Yes.
I'm looking for now, I want the title of the NES game that sold the most copies. This was not included with a console purchase.
Super
it was not a
Mario
pack-in.
3.
Damn.
Good.
Fuck yeah, Super Mario 3
Quick.
sold.
I mean,
It
Scott
sold.
beat me to it. Yeah.
Any guesses on how many units it sold?
20,000? Or 20
Oh.
million, I mean?
20's a little bit high.
Nintendo doesn't do
18
so well.
million
Okay.
copies.
Damn.
That's the number one
with 2 million.
best-selling
That's
NES
pretty close.
cartridge.
Within 2 million.
Yeah.
Any bonus points here. What do you think was the number 2 best-selling cartridge?
Link to the Past.
Ooh.
No,
that
Legend
is-
of Zelda.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda. 6.5
right.
million
Yeah.
copies for
Does
Legend.
everybody
Really?
have a point except for Ben now? I think everyone has a point except for Ben, right?
Yeah. Well, Ben can't have
Well, I
because
gave
if he
you
stumps us,
gold
he gets
eggs.
points.
That's my point.
And you got that one. You
He's
got
got a
that one.
few.
You got the. Nobody got chili con carne.
Yeah, so
All
Ben's
right.
got 2 points.
All right. If we
Yeah.
count it like that, we don't count like that.
Well, Ben doesn't get
All right. Back to the task at hand.
All right.
How many Mega Man games were released for the NES?
6.
3.
He's right.
6?
He's fucking
Yeah,
right.
he's
6 of them.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Everybody remembers. You all know about Gyromite.
No.
Because Gyromite. This
Little
this
bit.
was the
yes.
game on NES that
Yeah.
could be played with your little
Robbie the Robot.
Robbie the Robot. Robbie the Robot. His name was Rob. R.O.B. It's an acronym. What does that stand for?
Robotic Operating Buddy.
Fucking A. All right. That's good. All right. Now we're going to get a little specific here. This one ain't for chumps. In Super Mario 3, World 5-3,
Shit.
there was a very special, specific power-up item that you could get only on that level. You stole it from a Goomba. If you just killed him by stomping on him, he died with it, and you didn't get
Yeah.
it. You had to get
Tanuki
it.
suit.
Wrong.
You're right.
Is
That
it
is
frog
wrong.
Wrong.
suit?
It's not a frog suit.
No.
The raccoon?
Wrong. Nope. Not a suit. It is, in fact, a shoe or a boot.
Oh,
This was the green boot that had
Damn
the Goomba
it.
hanging out,
Yeah.
like just peeking over the top with the
Yeah. You'd have to knock him out.
yeah,
And then you
the
would
key.
jump in.
It had a wind up key
Yeah, it was
sticking
like a
out of the
wind-up.
heel. It was
Yeah.
a big.
You
boot
knock him
looking
out, and
thing.
then you would take over the boot, and then you could jump all over.
That's right.
and bust up the blocks.
You
and all
only
that
had
good
it for that level. At the end of the level, your
All right.
power.
Not,
Yeah,
not gonna
fair
cancel
enough.
the line.
So
All right.
Egg on my face on that one. I should have known that.
When
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's contract with Nintendo expired, he was replaced in Punch-Out by who?
Mr. Dream.
Damn.
He's right.
Mr.
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 Dream.
Dream.
Mr. Dream.
All over that one.
Good looking boy.
All right, you ready? This is last question I got for you, fellas
All right.
and gal. What game publisher released the very first Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden? It's
Konami?
Not, it's
No?
not Konami.
No.
So wrong. on
But
that.
we know it. You've heard of it.
Capcom.
It's not Capcom.
Claim.
It's not Acclaim.
No?
Activision?
It's
Come
not
on.
Activision.
Damn it. Where's my mind?
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden, the first Ninja Gaiden, NES.
LJN?
It's not LJN.
Okay.
They
No.
also did a football game, a very popular football game.
How do I not know
Tecmo.
this? Damn it, you're right.
Tecmo for the
That's
win.
where it was.
Or point.
I
You
knew it
won
was
that
buried
point,
in
yeah.
there somewhere.
It was
I
in there,
like,
yeah.
Where the hell?
You wouldn't think that Tecmo would
is
be
that?
kicking out Ninja Gaiden. And they
All
must
right.
have, they sold that to, I think now they're
Tecmo
produced
was
by
a thing.
Team Ninja.
Damn it, you're
or-
right. How
no.
come I didn't get
No,
Tecmo?
that's not right.
No.
I can't remember.
Tecmo.
Anyway.
Tecmo had a pretty
Team Ninja?
dope.
Thanks for
baseball
playing
game,
and
too.
tune in next week. Next
Okay.
episode, whatever.
All right.
Yep.
Well, shit, Ben. I think you stumped
man.
us once again.
Yeah,
I think
I
we got
There's
a few
a couple
of those.
Yeah.
there. You guys
think we
did
got a
pretty
few
good.
of
I think you guys feel like you guys did all right.
I don't
You
know
know,
if there was
no,
a clear
not
winner
really.
there.
Uh,
It was good.
Yeah. So now that we all feel like shit, Jessica's gonna dive a little bit more into our psyche.
Yup.
Kind of
Yeah.
like
We need
maybe-
some therapy.
Maybe
We need a
somebody
therapy
in here is
session
gonna
here.
cry. I don't know.
We're
It all
going into
depends
the
on what she-
lightning
it all
round.
it all depends on
I
what
think I
she's
can
gonna
do it
ask
again.
us. But you
I
know,
am
we're
not
gonna
going
we're
to
gonna
do
hand it
that.
on over to Jessica. Jessica,
Just got that lightning round for us.
No, it's not a
Alright.
lightning round. She's just gonna do what she's
Kinda.
gonna do.
Zap.
So I'm gonna start out by saying congratulations to my friend Tim.
Oh.
He won something super
What did Tim
fucking
do?
cool today.
Yeah.
Wait, he won it?
He
Super.
won
So all he did was sign up for
Way to
this
go,
thing?
Tim.
Or?
Whatever
multiple
that
times
was.
probably.
Oh, okay.
What
But
did
he
he win?
won a $1,000 warehouse shopping spree from a company called Entertainment Earth. Like he and I
Ooh, really?
pre-order
Dope.
like a lot of action
Yeah.
figures and
Yeah.
stuff from them. So they do action figures, statues, other shit.
Life-size things.
$1,000
life-size
can that get
things.
you like a lot of stuff, or
That
is their
can get
stuff
you
pretty
plenty
expensive?
Of shit, man.
Dude.
Or it can get you
Just
a couple
asking.
really
G?
cool, expensive
Yeah.
things.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
You can do all right with it.
So
G.
congratulations to Tim
That's
on that one.
freaking-
That's fucking amazing.
Like all the
Um,
stuff I
way to
ever
go, dude.
entered, I never
Congratulations,
actually won.
Tim.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking
Can
sweet.
I call him Timmy?
Fuck you, Tim.
Yeah.
Good job there, Timmy.
We probably get like a life-size Minton box that's like still in like the original shipping container.
A Minton box.
Minton box.
It's new old stock
Right.
of a box
Yes.
that hadn't shipped with an action figure yet. They hadn't been packed
Yeah.
yet.
So I had
I don't know.
originally thought of a question to go with this one, but I couldn't come up with anything for myself, so I didn't know how hard it
Sure.
would be to be like, "What was the coolest thing you ever won?" But I
Oh, man.
Didn't know how to answer
and
that.
I can answer
I
that.
could not come up with anything.
Tony's biting.
Yeah, what
I
you
got
got,
it.
Tony?
What do you got?
Pearl Jam tickets.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
Very nice.
That's pretty good.
NRK
Very nice.
from our local radio alternative radio station.
94.7?
NRK,
Used to be.
94.7.
Wow.
Are they still? I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Their thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything like. I don't think I ever won anything in particular.
Like I remember in second grade, I won like a big ass box of Crayola crayons, but I feel like I have had to have won something
Since
since
then,
then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh. I've won. I've played bingo a couple times, and like you don't win the grand prize, but we've won the bingo mini game where you win. I think I don't know, like $300-400.
your
Yeah.
brother
Yeah.
won the big
Yeah.
game though.
My 21st.
I
Did he?
know that.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won
the
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you win?
$300.
Nice.
Hey, there you
Nice.
Yeah.
At the Wichita pub here.
go. Nice.
Yeah.
Also, I
Playing
sort
video
of-
poker.
Yeah, and then from work, I sort of won. I don't even want to call it win, but I sort of won an Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
You earned it.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
scoff at that.
That was
That's
earned
cool.
it.
Was reimbursed for one.
Yeah.
From work in a way.
Cool.
I'll say I won it. Sure,
Cool.
whatever.
Nice.
But the $300 on the 21st birthday was a big one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Because
I wouldn't turn that
you,
down.
You drank into that.
well, that was the thing is that like I was planning on like just going to work the next day, but then I just didn't make it, and
Yeah.
neither did a lot of my friends after that $300 came
Ah.
rolling.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
shots
that
all
happened.
around.
Yeah, and that's what happened. So anyway, there's that.
Is that it? Nobody else? That's
Yeah.
cool.
No.
It's a
That's
tough
all I got.
one. It's like,
Yeah,
I know
that's
I've won things in my life, but
Well, I guess
Yeah.
you would. Okay, hold on. Can I stick this out there?
Sure.
Okay, no,
We won't-
put that
we
back
won't
in your
punch it.
pants. That's
Like,
weird.
Would like being in a like I guess it would be like being in a crowd like when for Nickelodeon when like they do like the random person out
Yeah.
of the crowd.
Yeah.
I did get picked for that once in Branson, Missouri.
Wow. What'd you
Branson.
get?
Anybody know Branson?
Branson.
Branson.
What what does that mean? What did you get for
Branson,
that?
Missouri.
Yeah.
I kind of got gypped. Like I got up on
It's
I got to
Nickelodeon.
go
What do you
up on
expect?
like the stage to like
get-
answer
did you
a
get
question or
slimed?
something.
Bro, did you get
Hold on, we're
slimed?
getting there.
Okay, we're getting to it.
We're getting there.
We're
But it
working
was
up
like
to
the
it.
host from Guts or like the Cragalanche or the
Oh.
Crapalanche, the
Okay.
Aggro Crag, something like
Yeah,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
you're on the right
Mountain,
track.
right?
Yep.
Right. So it was like a guy. It's a legitimate host,
Uh huh.
and I was supposed to get slimed because I got it wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't.
Oh,
I got feathers,
feathers.
Oh.
and I turned around and I kind of called him out
You're
like,
like,
I wanted to
you're
get
like, what the
slime.
fuck? I want to get
This is
slime.
Nickelodeon. I want to get fucking slime.
That is
Yeah.
sort of disappointing. I'm sorry.
And he's just like,
It
I'm
is.
sorry.
Your win is like not a win. It's almost
Yeah.
like a loss.
Yeah. You've tainted
It's
this win,
a half.
Nickelodeon.
It's a 50-50.
Not a good one.
I got to go up on
But-
stage randomly for Nickelodeon, but I did not get
But you
slime.
remember, so sort of a win, right? At the same time. So
In Branson, Missouri.
Branson, beautiful this time of
Branson.
year.
Sure. Sure.
Bitch, you know what I want? I want to talk to Branson.
Branson gets me high.
Branson Simpson. Maybe not Branson.
Man, that guy is so cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Branson, fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what do you got up next,
All
Seth?
right. So what? And I know we've all done this. What was the first game you played for more than 8+ hours?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'll just throw
I know
right out of the gate. I'm just going to shout out Final Fantasy VII.
Nice.
Or probably
Fantasy
Final
3.
Fantasy. Probably the original Final Fantasy, actually, but whatever.
Do you just mean
Jeez.
like in general? 7 hours? Right? Not like you actually sat
Right.
down and gamed.
I'm not
Like
sure.
one solid.
Straight. A single straight gaming session.
Single straight
Dude,
session?
Yeah.
We're talking like
Oh,
Saturday
dude,
morning cartoons
For
playing
me,
NES,
like 8
bro.
hours plus. In
Your
fact,
first 8+. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you it was Warcraft 2 on the PC.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was hanging at a buddy's house. We were drinking beers. He's like, I got to go to bed, man. Lock up when you leave. And I was like, all right, man. I'm just going to play it. Look, what's this? He's like, check this game out. I was like, all right, I'll check it out.
9
and
hours
I
later.
remember like I drank all the beer, and then I found a bottle of wine, and I was like, I'm drinking this too. And then the wine was done. And I was like, all right, I'll get some ice water. I might go home in a little while here. After this next mission, I'll go
Yeah.
home. And then
18 missions later.
I heard like the radio kicked on from homie's bedroom, and like he was like getting up, and he's like, I gotta go to work. And I'm like, what? Dude, what are you doing? And
You
it,
got
like
a
the
sky?
sun had gone down and come up, and I was like, oh, shit. Holy shit. That was, oh, Christ, I got to go to work, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
First one?
I get,
yeah,
I get behind the
Warcraft 2 just grabbed me and did not let go. It was fun. I beat
there
it.
were about 8,000 single-player missions.
I beat it as humans, and then I was playing it through as orcs. I was like probably 3/4
Yep.
done as, or not orcs, but warlocks or the
Orcs.
Horde.
No, it was
orcs.
The horde or whatever.
Yeah, the horde.
And I was like, Christ, the sun's up. I should go home. I should go home.
Yep.
And I should do human things. I
It's a
should
ball
exhibit
gripper,
human
that one, for
behavior.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Jessica? What was yours?
Link to the Past.
Link to
Yeah.
the
Ah.
I remember my mom had
Yep.
the flu,
That is
and
a-
she was basically in bed all day. And I got up and I was like, well,
I guess I'll
turn
play
on
a
the
little
video
Zelda.
game in the morning.
She can't
And then
scold you.
All of a sudden, it was dark in the living room.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, it's
Yep.
nighttime.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I just played this game all day.
Yep.
Nice.
And you just got the magic mirror
Yep.
Right?
where you could flip the, dark to
The
light.
realms. Yeah.
Just got to that part. Yeah. Good stuff.
What are you going to do?
That's hard. I can't think of, like, I remember being younger, like, one game? I don't know, but, like, I remember being younger on Saturday mornings. You played video games. So you would just play till you got done with the game
Yeah.
and just popped another one in real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably, like, the earliest I can remember, but it wasn't
Yeah.
a single game.
I remember,
Sure.
yeah.
You know?
I do remember
But you
being-
never left. You never
No.
left for like a good 8 hours.
No.
Yeah, and I do remember being very, like, concerned that, like, the Final Fantasy game
Yeah.
was in my Nintendo, and then Nintendo was on for sort of like the amount of time that it was.
Yeah.
And whether or not there were sort of adverse effects on playing
Leave it
other
to get it
games.
so
Sure.
hot and, yeah.
I thought, as a young man, that this game is now ingrained in this Nintendo.
Yes.
And if I take this out and put something else in there,
It'll wipe it away, bro.
it ain't going to play right.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
it won't fire
Yep.
up at all. And I kind of still feel that way. I don't know why. The other games did work, but it was one of those thoughts that you had as,
I remember
kid
a few
that-
times of pausing like Super Mario Brothers, turning off the TV,
And holding it there for...
And just leaving it
you gotta
there
get up,
until
go
I
to school, come back from school.
Come
and then,
back
all
from
right,
school.
Where were we?
Yeah.
And then thinking,
Not the straight 8.
Is this
straight
okay?
8 hours? But
Praying mom didn't hit it with the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
While you were away.
or just bump that reset button, and that
Yeah.
just ended
Yeah.
your day. Yeah.
Hell, you don't even have to hit the reset button. The whole little elevator thing will just jam loose and boom.
Nah.
If you just hit the box and then it like comes up with like scrambled sort of stuff on the screen,
Yeah.
you're
It's almost there.
that's it.
Yeah,
You're done.
You can kind of
That's
play
the end
it.
of that.
Let's keep going.
Anyway,
Word.
What about you? You had Past. You had Links to the Past.
I did.
Ring to the past. Let's go on.
Any other mind-bending?
Yeah, this one's digging deep.
Oh.
all right.
Oh,
What
Everybody guard your
is
soul.
your greatest irrational fear?
Spiders.
I don't
I
understand.
sort of feel like that vacuum cleaner we just talked about is sort of a big one.
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Like,
What
no,
are you
no, no,
afraid
no,
of? And
Randy,
it's totally
Randy, that's
like-
totally rational.
like
totally rational.
I'm
yeah,
afraid
okay.
of something happening to the
Like
to my console or my
like
TV or
greatest
something.
irrational fear
I don't understand.
It's in
is
life.
living in a
life.
haunted house.
Why would you do that?
Because fucking ghosts, man, you don't know they're there until after you
So-
buy the
so
house.
wait a
and they're
minute.
Stuck.
Yeah, dude.
Can I
Ghosts don't come
walk
out
it back a
in-
minute?
But ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, they are, dude.
So let me walk it
Fuck
back.
you if you say they're not.
There's
They're-
enough TV shows.
they're not.
I'm just walking it back from
'Cause
what
when
you're
you have an
saying.
experience, they're fucking real.
Prove it.
Cool.
I will.
All right.
Get on Travelocity. We'll buy some plane tickets right now. I know exactly where to take you. Let's go.
Okay.
I have a question.
Randall?
Oh,
I'd like to request some clarity on the question.
okay.
Yeah.
Does this have to do with gaming or just not?
In life,
Okay, so no. Okay, good.
Spiders.
I will start thinking about that now.
good enough.
Okay.
Spiders
Arachnophobia.
count, Tony.
Yeah.
Irrational fear, like spiders. I don't know though, man. Like,
Well, if
that's
it's
kind of
rational.
Like,
if it's
like
if it's something that
semi-rational.
scares
They
you,
got
how
8
is it
legs.
irrational?
I mean, like
This
you would be
doesn't-
like afraid of being afraid of like a balloon.
For Ben, it's bees.
Something you would see on like Maury Povich. Like
No,
I'm
I mean,
afraid of chalk. I don't know.
Ben
I can
literally
deal,
This is
I
what-
can,
this
I
is
can deal
from
with
bees.
bees. I have right now that there's like 2 monster wasp nests right
that's-
above the door to the shed. I just haven't taken them out yet because I don't
No,
have
no,
the
that's,
like I haven't I don't
that's
want to do
irrational
it.
fear.
But
What is
I
an
walk
irrational
under them every time I go into the shed, and it's like okay, whatever. I can deal with that. I don't like bees, but I'm not irrationally scared of them. I guess I don't know. I
I
can't.
didn't feel like this question would be that hard to answer.
I don't have an
Irrational
answer.
My irrational fear is I feel like beer would drink me. Not a good one. Not a good thing. I drink a lot of beer, and
It would put you in its smoothie
Look, also, I
after
think
after a hard workout and
Yeah.
just go
so like from like a sort of Wes Craven sort of angle. Also, I think that Freddy Krueger is very like. Look, I know he's scary. It's a rational sort of thing, but like, also irrational because it's very fictitious. But like, having someone attack me in my dreams is fucking not a good thing for me.
okay.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I don't want someone to kill me in my dreams that like really kills me in real life. Like that is like, look, I love some sleep, right? You got to have it.
Sleep's
Oh.
awesome.
So when you paint a picture where it's like, well, something you're going to have to do, like eating, like oh, you're going to eat something and someone's going to poison you
Sure.
eventually. Like that's a very like okay. Not probably going to happen to me because I'm not like a king or something. Like no one's going to poison my wine or anything.
Yeah. You're
But,
not
like,
Donald Trump.
I'm
but
too
you-
insignificant.
Sort of irrational in that way, but like also like sort of a rational thought that like I would not want that either. Like who wants that? So there's a couple different sort of angles I have on that. But
Okay.
that Freddy Krueger thing's pretty tough
Very nice.
because everybody's got to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean,
That's a
he's-
hard one,
Like he's,
right?
yeah.
Look, you can't not sleep, dude. Right?
Yeah, you have to sleep,
Yeah.
but you got to like Freddy
Yeah.
Krueger's not real. So.
That's why it's
That's
irrational.
why
I know.
it's irrational.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I just said is like
Okay.
there's a little bit of both in
Yeah.
there, but like
Yeah.
I want to sleep.
Yeah.
Am I going to buy a haunted
Yeah.
house? Probably not, but you know.
Well,
You can't
unless
help but be concerned.
unless the house you buy is brand new, everybody dies somewhere, and odds are somebody died in the house. Like that happens. People
I know
have
that fucking
well,
happens.
your
People have
parents'
died.
house is like 1,000 years old.
people
I mean,
people died in
let's
this
be
house,
honest.
Jessica.
Yeah, doesn't mean it's haunted.
It doesn't.
Also,
And
like, if
in
someone,
fact, you're correct
I mean, if someone wants to
because
say
ghosts
like,
aren't real.
you know, what's
you,
your
Ben.
irrational fear? My irrational fear is being pushed down an elevator shaft. I don't ever
Ooh.
get on elevators,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there.
Actually,
there's your
I could say my
irrational
irrational fear is like in a car going off a bridge.
No,
Yeah,
that's
bridges
Okay.
can be.
I think I could
scary.
survive
Like
that.
Yeah.
no,
Especially
just
when
like
they're narrow.
I'm driving down the road on like the Fremont Bridge.
And then there's an earthquake, and it just drops.
No, not
And
even
you're
that.
like,
just
well,
like
shit, here I
like,
go.
It used to be
your
like
car breaks and you go careening,
Careening
off the
off the
side,
side,
just
yeah.
like a cliff, and you burst into flames when you hit the water.
I have another one.
not even that. Just like
I mean, that's kind of a rational fear.
yeah.
This is very irrational.
What do you got? What do you got?
But like, have you ever seen like a giraffe lick at something or like lick?
Yeah.
How they have them big old crazy tongues. Like if a
Yes.
giraffe licked my face and it would just like
Yeah.
lick my face off.
Does he
That's an
shave?
irrational
Does he shave you though? Like maybe he shaves you, and you're like, oh.
No, like your
Oh,
Come
great.
out all
He
clean
pulls the
and
whole
shiny,
face.
little
like
just-
skin and all.
I'm talking like this is
Alrighty.
like this is
in
like
the
a
ear.
sort of Red Skull situation.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, where
Oh,
it gets
yeah.
all in there.
You're the first victim of
Yeah.
giraffe cannibalism or
I mean, it would be a pretty
carnivorism.
cool story where like people are asking like, "Bro, what happened to your head?" And you're like, "A giraffe licked me in the face. A giraffe licked my
Wow.
face."
Yeah.
And now I have
What
a red
happened to half your
head.
face,
Pulled
bro?
all the skin off.
Now
my
you look
face,
like Two-Face.
and that's all muscle.
And they would
We're
be
gonna
like,
call you
"Oh, okay,
Mr. Dent."
yeah." And then the thing is about the irrational fear at that point is that like I would also install that in those sort of people that saw that whole thing go down or like
Yeah.
asked me about it because like
Okay.
now they're
You
like,
definitely
"Damn, a
instill that
giraffe
in
can
them.
do that?" Like they would think that, and I'd be like, "Yes."
The
So let this
giraffe-
let this be the reason. Look at this example. Don't fucking get too close to these giraffes; they'll get you. You know, and like people will now know that,
Okay.
and I feel like
Well, those tongues. I mean, they can wrap them around your head or
they'll
something.
get you.
They
They
probably
can
could.
snap your head off. Like
Giraffe tourism would go down.
That would be
to a
terrible.
massive
I think it would spike.
Literally-
I think it would spike. I think it
Africa
would just
would
skyrocket
be-
because there's gonna be you're gonna have those people that are like, I don't like my life and I want to get my face licked off, and then the other time the rest of the people are just gonna be standing there
Trying to
with
watch
their phones
somebody
out trying to
doing that.
record every interaction.
Yeah.
This sort of
that the
sounds like a
giraffe
Netflix
has.
show somehow.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
these giraffes going around. Like people are terrified of giraffes, and so
Yeah.
people stop going to Africa and shit. And like,
Yeah.
there's a whole show on this that I'm making. By
They
the
got
way,
jackets and like they're in a gang. They're all.
This
you
is
want-
the reason why people stop hunting.
you
Maybe
wanna support
giraffes should
the-
start doing this.
that whole giraffe bit. Maybe just check out our Patreon. You know, and if we get,
All
hey,
right.
Maybe,
listen,
maybe we can start a movie of it.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll start
The
getting
giraffes
this
are
going.
my irrational fear.
Anyway,
and
okay.
Randy's.
Yeah.
Sure.
Any other queries?
Nope. I'm gonna call it for today since some of these questions were a little difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to explore the question in
Sure.
itself.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you got to get to that giraffe licking.
Right?
You know.
You got to watch out for those.
How else are you gonna know if you
face-licking
can handle that or
giraffes.
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah. So has anybody been playing anything new?
Not new, like as in a new game, but it's been playing it recently.
What
Okay.
have you been playing?
I've been playing Diablo 3.
Yes.
Necromancer.
Yeah, you were talking about that, building the character and building the. What do you call it? Just a build.
Yeah. So I actually met all the achievements, as they
Nice.
call them, for season 14.
Nice.
Okay.
That
The
can be
last achievement that I had to earn was playing or beat a level 55 solo rift, as they call them, and with 6 sets, class sets. So
Okay.
each
Did
class
you
only has
do it
4.
or not? Okay.
I did.
nice.
So I had to make a second class in the season to do it. So I made a barbarian and just got good drops and everything, and so I was
Tony
able
Smash.
to do it. And
Okay.
yeah, it was like Hulk smash kind of situation.
Gotta love it when
And-
like just shit just drops perfectly
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
and you just
that's
kinda-
exactly what it was. Shit dropped perfect for me. But that's really all I've
Right
been
on.
playing for about the past month.
Right on. What about you, Randy? You been playing anything? You been doing some Cuphead? Nothing like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to the and I'm a little, and I apologize. I am a little behind on some of the Cuphead vids that we've been posting on YouTube. I will get that updated soon. But no, I've been playing, World of Warcraft, and there are new videos on that. Like
Playing
Oh,
the
okay.
WoW?
Okay.
so the newest one is the what to do on your pre-patch Battle for Azeroth character.
Okay.
And then also, there's one on there that I actually did that was a, use your controller to control your character in World of Warcraft on
Yeah.
your computer, which is neat.
That's handy.
And I used the Xbox 360 controller for that. So if you want to check that video out, both of those videos are on our YouTube channel. You can check those out.
Okay.
Just by going there.
Nice.
And our podcast also posts there too. So it's all sort of in there. But no, yeah, I've just been playing that and getting ready for this launch that's going to happen with Battle for Azeroth, just to see how this sort of all unfolds, because it's a really old game. It's got a lot of following, and I'm just interested in seeing sort of how that staying power holds up.
Okay.
I do feel there's like a resurgence recently.
WoW
in
kind of comes in waves or cycles.
It does.
And
even over the years, it's been that way. It comes and goes. And I was gone for years, and just recently went back to it. And it doesn't take long to sort of get up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, I've been doing that, and then I played a little Far Cry 5. Just not rushing that. I was talking to Ben earlier about it. I'm terrible. Like, so World of Warcraft's an MMO. I play a lot of MMOs where you have a lot of these like quests and stuff to do. So when I play Far Cry, I play it a lot the same. So any person that's on the side of the road that's asking for help, I stop and just help them.
Mm-hmm.
I did the same thing with Red Dead, and I
do that every time though, or do you skip a few?
There's a few here and there that I skip, but a lot of times I'll just be like, okay, I have ammo. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like I'll stop and like do the side thing. But I do like all the side stuff. So like instead of just going through the game and doing point A to point B, I'm going through and like blowing up all the silos, and I'm looking for them all, and like doing all the liberating all the So like I do. It takes me a long time to get through things. Because I'm accustomed to like playing MMOs, and that's very much in that vein.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been doing that, and a couple Jackbox party pack games and stuff like that here and there. Like the 4 we played wasn't that good compared to 3, I guess.
Yeah, 3 was a lot better, I think.
From what I heard from everyone else, I didn't get to play it, so I don't know, but.
Hey man, sometimes a mini game is fun.
Hey, listen, 3's good though, right? Like
3's good.
We've been playing that one for a while, and that still holds up. So, but that's about it. Nothing too exciting. But yeah, I will get some. We do have some Cuphead videos that can be put up on YouTube, and I'll try to get those up in the next week or so. And all that good stuff. So
nice. What about you, Ben? What you been playing? I know we got to play some Far Cry.
Well, we played some Far Cry, and I was gonna say I played just the opposite way of Randy. I've got like the main 3 regions beat. The final boss battle is waiting for me, and now I'm going back and around and just to tidy up all the side missions and do all that stuff, because I don't want to like go through the game and not have stuff all that extra shit completed. So slightly different take on the same game, if you will. And then was it yesterday? No. Yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. We had, because you're off Thursdays now, so me and Scott were together for a couple hours, and we got to, we started a whole new campaign on Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
And when I say we, Scott had to play because I can't play default sticks. I can't do it. I could have, we could have changed them, but it was going to be like, pause, go into settings, blah, 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 every time you want to change the thing. So I just let Scott do it. And, it was interesting because now I have the Kinect, so it was asking us if you wanted like the audible, like the Kinect will listen to you, and if there's a loud noise inside your living room, then the alien or enemies will hear you.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, why would I want to turn that off? Yeah, no,
very
but
weird feature.
I mean, it's a neat game, and it's just so slow.
It's
hard to like. It's really slow, but it's I want to see. I'd like to get through it.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do ultimately.
It'd be fun.
Yeah,
it kind of plays a little slower. There's very little you got to find. Right now, it's kind of like you're just going through a story. You're not. Actually
that's exactly. Yeah,
free. You're not like free.
It's
to
like
go
a
do
Telltale, but it's not going to throw surprise commands at you. It's going to let you do it when you're ready. Yeah,
that's fun. Yeah, I'd like to complete that. That'd be good.
That's all I've been playing.
We'll have to put in Jaws. We never put in Jaws last time.
No.
We got to put in Jaws for you.
What does that do? Okay.
Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Jaws.
Yeah, on the
With
pod.
The shack.
Yeah.
With the shack.
Okay.
What about you, Jessica? What have you been
playing? Anything new?
Yeah, I've actually started playing a couple different things. So I borrowed Infinite Warfare from Ben.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
Not digging it?
Nah.
Really?
Not at all. Not at all. Huh. Like, I played for maybe a couple hours, and I just handed the controller to Scott. I was like, yeah.
Is that the remastered Infinite Infinite Warfare?
Yeah, it is the one that has the remastered COD 4, the first Modern Warfare with it. Yeah.
The story was kind of like, you know, you kind of expected it. It draws out kind of the way you.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
You really expect the
play
storyline.
Call of Duty in space.
You didn't like the space fighter? They're flying around in space and landing on the ships.
It was
Yeah?
okay. It was
Okay.
an interesting feature. Like they definitely
it's
stepped
kinda neat.
outside of what like Call of Duty and Modern Warfare, like what they've normally done. You know, it's usually you're on the ship, you're just shooting around while the plane's flying. This
You
one,
don't like the
it's
robot, Ethan?
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know if I
Interesting.
Have you beat it yet?
prefer
The story. Ethan's
gave up.
cool.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
the story wise.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's,
it's
just
worth
like
it.
the Modern Warfare is better. I don't know.
It
It's
is.
familiar.
I'll say it is, but I once you get through it, I don't know. I'd be
Tell you
go
what
ahead
I
and finish
really
it.
do like about the new one is those little fucking like stinger or like the little like crab grenades.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you chuck, like,
that is cool.
You kind of
yeah.
pinpoint them through the wall, and it's like okay,
Yeah,
wow.
when they crawl up. Now, have you played Titanfall before? Have you
No.
tried that?
I haven't. I've seen it, and I still feel like meh about that as well.
Yeah. If you're not into it, you're not into it.
Yeah.
I think it feels a little bit more fluid than Infinite Warfare. That's just my opinion.
No, I think you're right. Yeah. Titanfall, they focus on. They kept their frame rates at a nice, crisp 60.
Oh yeah, it's very smooth. It's very smooth. But I don't know. If you're not into it, you're not into it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But just a recommendation. Maybe give it a shot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's nice and cheap, and it's a very good game. Both Titanfall 1 and 2 are both very good. Titanfall 2, I think, is my favorite. But that's cool as hell. Like you can get it's also like a mech sort of thing. You can get into like these
that
mechs,
is neat.
and,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a little different. So it sort of switches things up a little bit at times as well. But the general sort of like FPS version of that as well is also done very, very good. So I don't know, just sort of something to think about if you're into that type of stuff and you like Modern Warfare.
But you
Yeah.
you
it out.
were playing something else the other day. I came home
I
and there was
was.
something. There was
So-
something moved. There was a dust pattern that I deduced something had been moved.
So I moved and dusted off the 360.
Oh.
And I
Not
didn't
the
dust around where it was. I just dusted off the
Yeah.
the
You just
box
made it
and
not
moved it.
filthy. You're right.
And I started playing X-Men Destiny, which I got last year, I think at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Yeah,
Was that the correct order?
Yeah.
of words?
PRG.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds right.
But yeah, it's fairly basic. You
Yeah.
know, you get to pick from 3 different characters. You kind of level up your mutant powers. They've got all the X-Men players. Just kind of
It's not bad.
beating people up, following the path.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's not a bad game.
It's not. It's.
Um,
I'm
Right on.
enjoying it.
yeah,
you
there's
know?
a few
That's
good
all you need.
sort of X-Men games that were released during that 360 era, like during that generation, that are pretty damn good. Like they're if you
The GameCube, we have the one for GameCube,
Yeah.
and that is actually really fun.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
some that are pretty good.
The fighting
Like
game, no.
yeah,
But the,
oh
the
yeah,
game,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty similar to I think Next Dimension.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's some
think so.
good.
I don't know. I could be
There's
wrong,
some
but-
good. I mean, a lot of them are like hack and slashy, you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
sort of fun. But like those games are fun to me. Like I'm okay
Yeah,
with that.
I like hack and slash.
Yeah,
Just button mash and
yeah,
run
and
around.
like Conan style. But like in
Yeah.
X-Men, I do like if I remember right, like you can upgrade your like
Yeah,
abilities and
yeah.
stuff like that. And like that was
And
a lot of fun too.
What I really like about this game is not yet that I've seen, like, your mutant power doesn't drain like in some other, you know, X-Men games where like, oh no, you can use it once, but then you gotta wait. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to regenerate
Yeah, that's
your
bullshit.
mutant power.
You're a mutant. That's your
Yeah.
thing.
Well, fucking
Let me
shit.
have that.
It's in my jeans.
Yeah.
Right.
When is Wolverine ever tired? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically Logan, but go
Well,
on. Go on.
That was
go
such a
on.
great movie,
Yeah.
dude. Okay.
Any
Yeah.
any other?
Nope, just playing those 2 games.
Playing those
Hopefully
games.
I'll get a little more time on Destiny tomorrow. X-Men Destiny.
X-Men Destiny.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just been doing. I haven't had a whole lot of chances to play video games. Been really busy at work.
Yeah.
Got to do a little bit of time with Ben. That was really fun.
It was fun.
It's so much easier with another person as opposed to like a bot. 'Cause we were just
Right.
running. We were just run. I don't know what we were doing. We were just running through the fucking shit. and it
Yeah.
was pretty fucking nice.
Yeah.
Just to be able to run through.
It was good. It was hot as
Oh,
fuck
good
outside,
fuck.
so we just kind of stayed in.
I'm sorry,
enjoyed
what
some
game?
AC.
Was this
Far
the
Cry.
Alien?
Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5.
Okay, yeah.
Far Cry
Yeah.
5.
Oh, did you do some
Alien-
co-op?
Yeah, we did. We were able to do some co-op. I'd still like to
We
get
did a few
down
missions,
on
yeah.
some PvP.
Okay.
In that game, like, I just think that game would be.
I think
pretty
you,
damn
you have
fun.
to go into the arcade and look for a
Yeah, but I did get a chance
deathmatch
to
or something.
download because I got that season pass. So I got the Into the Darkness, the Vietnam, and the Mars.
Yeah? I haven't got them yet.
I saw that
I
they did
haven't-
release like a Mars
Lost on
thing.
Mars.
Lost on
Yeah.
Mars or something like that.
I haven't. I've downloaded. I haven't played the Mars, but I've played the Vietnam, and it's really fucking fun.
Is it?
It's like a shrunk down version. It's kind of
Sure.
like Blood Dragon.
Sure.
As in, like,
Sure.
it's all shrunken down, but like,
Yeah.
Blood Dragon was great.
yeah.
All the good stuff is
But-
intact, but it's very condensed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like a
That's fine.
POW. You're trying to escape. You gotta, fuck the Viet Cong, call in airstrikes, and take out fucking tanks and colonels. So it's fun. You got like a bamboo stick and an AK-47.
Before
What else
you
do you
escape
need?
the country,
Listen,
why don't you win
a
the
lot
war
of times
for us?
that's all
Yeah.
you need.
That,
you
no,
gotta,
that is.
look,
Yeah.
you got a fish to eat.
Look.
You got to kill to live.
Look.
So there you go.
If they went on alone and had the people carry bamboo sticks and an AK-47, they would last a long fucking
Yeah, yeah.
But they don't. So
Right.
the rules have changed.
I don't
Nice.
understand why this isn't one of my 11 items.
Right? Why don't I get a fucking AK-47? But
They're
yeah,
great.
other than that, not much. Just been working real hard, slaving away in this fucking heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
heat.
has been warm.
So, if anybody's not aware, it's been in like the 90s,
High
Mid-
90s,
high
mid to
90s,
high
man, yeah.
90s,
moving into
for
the
about 2
hundo.
weeks
It is that
now.
time of year.
Yeah, we're going to hit Hundo
Yeah.
for a couple days here.
Yeah, Sunday, the day before you're listening, it's a good chance we're gonna get that triple digits.
Oh yeah,
I can hardly wait.
I don't fucking want triple
I'll
digits.
just not go outside that day.
Yeah.
And that's,
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started wearing shorts at work. I don't wear shorts in public.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
weird
you
thing
don't.
to
Fucking, yeah, that's
have
I
to
weird.
don't.
do.
I don't like wearing pants.
First time I saw my wife come home in like shorts, the other day I was like,
Like, who are you?
Little
What'd you do, Jessica?
shocking, like a little. What are you doing?
yeah. So that was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
So
It's hot.
I feel the podcast kind of wrapping up for the evening here.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, we've said our piece. Blockbuster, and that, and this, and so forth and such.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave you. I have kind of a question here.
Hit me.
I think this is pretty fucking good. We found ourselves this week discussing the remake or the combination of what was it? Trouble in Little China.
Big
Big
trouble.
Trouble in
Okay.
Little
Big
China.
Trouble in Little China.
Sure.
And like, what's the other one? Escape from New York.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
You're talking about
Plissken.
Snake
It's-
and Jack.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's more so like the storyline that like somebody
Sure.
they're expanding the story of
Those crossovers.
a good, not necessarily a crossover, but like
Okay.
a good. Here's a storyline to a show or a movie. Let's continue the storyline.
Sure.
Or and in essence, who deserves a better storyline?
Okay.
Who
What
deser-
video
who-
game?
Does-
What video game out there do you think either A can like keep going?
Sure.
And like, what would that storyline like be, or
Sure.
you know, who deserves it?
Okay.
You know, some people invest a lot of money in storylines and they suck. And
Yeah.
then other people are like they're really small. People like the storyline; they want it to continue.
So
but
who
they
did
don't.
a good storyline and hasn't continued it? Is
No,
that what we're looking at?
What do you want to see? Just a better
Resurrected.
storyline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Something
like
more in depth.
so
or,
something that's not out anymore that you want to see come back with like a new sort of
yeah.
persona, like
Yeah.
a new storyline, and like
Yeah.
Keep
Sure.
it going. Keep the family
Okay.
going. You know, like AVP. Aliens
Sure.
and Predators started fading off, and
Yeah.
then they
Yeah.
kind of combined them, and then they
Yeah.
kind of came back.
yeah.
Combine them, make them go,
Okay.
or just a better storyline in general.
Yeah. Sure. Fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
Sounds good to me.
Any last words there, Tony?
No, I just was gonna say hit us up on Twitter at ILaggedOut.
Give us a like.
Patreon, www.patreon.com/ILaggedOut.
Yeah, we got Facebook.
Yeah.
It's at Nameless Gamers PDX. You know, hit us up, talk to us, let us know what's
Yes.
going on,
Just
what
search
you think,
that. Search that
and
on
stuff.
Facebook.
Because
Tag
Tony
us,
doesn't
hit
know
us up.
everything.
No,
you
I
know.
don't.
He doesn't. But so yeah. Good night, everybody, and
Thanks for listening.
I hate this map.
Go
Hate it.
Real.